clear. Everyone is welcome to the live. Let's go ahead and share the live, please. Let's go ahead. Good morning, Ojuku, Janet, Dorothy, Happy Okoro, Fatom. You're welcome. As you're joining, please let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. We're going to do our practicals this morning. Let me go ahead and add a product on this. Share the live as you just join in. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Where is this? Let me just pin this product down. Then we continue. Yeah. Ifitom, Mammon, Lekki, Prince. You're welcome. Joyce Ward, Adama. You're welcome. Let's share the left. Let's start. Today, if you're just joining us for the first time, if you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome to the live. What we do on this live is that we do practicals about hair. If it's your first time, my name is GraceLawen from GraceLawendhair. As you can see, let me share the live as well. Let's share the live. Please, let's share the live so that we can be able to come in. Let's share the live. Let's go ahead and share. I'm sure. Why is this phone like this now? Stop now. Let me share this live. Go ahead and share. Let me share from here. This is my phone. Sometimes it's just stuck. Okay, it's moving now. It's moving. Don't stop. Just go ahead. Let's move and share the live. Thank you so much. From everywhere you're joining me from, you're all welcome to my live. Thank you so much for joining. KSV, you're welcome. Yusuf, you're welcome. So in today's live, look at it. We are going to be doing a normal practical for hair. On this live, I teach 6 good methods of how we can get into braiding, add extensions into our braid, right? So normally, if you don't know how to braid, because this class is a very, very beginner friendly, today we're not going to do braiding for the new beginners, which is braiding without the extensions, but we're going to do braiding with the extensions. And today I've just taken all the hair off. You see, I've taken all the braids off that we use in doing our practical. If you were in my last class, this is a look at it. It took me time to take them off. So we're going to be starting from the beginning now. This mannequin looks as if you're doing a new client's hair. So I'm going to be showing you from the start how you can part the hair before we start our practicals today. If you know you have your mannequin ready and you're ready for the practical this morning, please go ahead and get your stuff ready. I'm ready this morning. So let's go ahead. Blessings, Spare, you're welcome. Abibat, you're welcome. Jack, you're welcome. Share the live. Let's bring other people in. Abiel, you're welcome. Deborah, Anna, over the world. Happy Lady, you're all welcome. I'm Stalker. What's that name again? You're welcome. Queen, please, let's like it. Let's bring other people in. So this morning, if you don't know how to braid or you've known how to braid, you're welcome. Everyone joining. France, Nosa, Tracy, Jane, tap, 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 share the live. So this is the mannequin that we use for training. I like using this mannequin for training. I don't know why, because it's not that slippery. It's a bit matte. You know that some of the mannequins, when you get them new, they are slippery. But this one now, because I've been using it for a while, now I'm used to it. So that is the reason why I say, okay, let me take it off. Now we have the mannequin like this. Look at the full hair. Let's say this is your client that is coming to do their hair. What are you going to do? Let's get my comb ready. This is the full hair and you want to start braid as a new beginner. What are you going to do? Normally, if you want to start as a new beginner, it depends on what you want. The sizes and the sizes you want and the style of a pattern that you want. Normally, we do block pattern and we do the round pattern. The round pattern, they use that for a very long time. Most people are not using these patterns again. But then I'm going to show you how. If the hair is like this and you want to start parting this hair in a round pattern, what you're going to do is that you're going to go this way. Let me bend this mannequin a little bit, right? The hair is a lot, eh? The mannequin, because I just taken it off, is a lot, but then that's fine. Sometimes you're going to meet hair that's a lot like this. You're going to manage it. Always have your clips and your pin. Let me make sure my clips and my pins are here so that I won't be running around looking for them. All my clips in case I want to hold on onto the hair. Look at it. I have the clips and everything. Share the life, share the life. Let's bring other people in. So now, if you want to part, you starting the hair from the scratch. This is how it's going to look. If you want a part like this, the round one, this is how you're going to go about it. Let's do some practicals. Then we'll now start adding our extensions to the braid. I just want to show you a little bit of how, because now this hair is open. Oh wow. Because now the hair is open. When we start doing our braid, we're going to fill up this hair with braid. We don't have time to do this lesson again. So pay attention. If you're a new beginner and you don't know how to part the hair, let me give you a clue of how you can start parting the hair. And it depends on the size. As a beginner, I've already given this advice that if you're starting as a beginner, you don't know how to braid fully, don't make the hair too small. For instance, now, as a beginner, you just go ahead, this full hair, you start braiding tiny like this. It's going to take you too long to do that. But then you can just complete the hair with about 30 or 40 braids just to start with. The more you improve, the more you get to do the braid, the more you try and make it smaller. If you start by making it smaller from the beginning, you're going to be tired about the hair. You'll be tired entirely not to want to do it. But then, let me just give you clue and different ways we can part the hair if you're starting the hair. This is the hair. Let's go ahead and do the round form. If I'm going to do the round form, let's say this is the first one I'm going to take. You always start from one side. Then you go ahead. Let's hold it like this. Let's do it a bit. I'm just giving you a clue of it, but I'm going to try and do a full video of it. Then you go, because this is round. This is round. If you're taking the next one, you want it round, you go ahead and do this again. You take the next one. I might not be seeing it very well, don't worry, but I'll try. You take the next one, you hold it on like this. Normally they use this method before, but now people are just not too crazy about this method anymore. You go to the next one, you part this, you go and do it like this. If you want the round method, I'm still going to show you the block method. So this is another one, the round method. That's how you're going to start parting the hair. If you want it smaller, the same way you're going to do it smaller. Can you see? Then if you're taking the next one, let me make sure everybody is seeing what I'm doing. If you're taking the next one round, you go this way, do it this way. Most people don't use this method again, but then it's still going to cut. Few people don't like you. Like I had a client that I did their hair. She doesn't want me to do the block method. She wants the round method. So now you go again this way. Take this other side. You put your comb this side. And when you're taking it, you know the size. Make sure they are equal. Look at what I'm doing. I might not be seeing it because I'm not facing the hair, but I'll try my best because I'm facing this to the camera for you guys to see it. Share the video so that we can see what we're doing. That is, I'm showing you the way you can part the hair this method. I'm going to take this one off now, then we'll show you the block method as well. Can you see it? You just go ahead and do this. Because I'm doing it this way because as a beginner, use this size to start your braids. Don't do too much, because if you do too much, you're going to get tired. I'm coming here. Look at when you part the hair around, then you see this one that is coming out of here. Go again and take your comb and part it from there. Bring another one out from this place. Bring another one out from there. You see? Then you go ahead and hold it. This is the round method. Most people don't use it, but then you need to know how to do this round method in case you find a client or you want to do that method. There are some styles you don't need to. Look at it. You take one from here, take the other one, come here, take it. See this one that is coming out now. Look at this one. Look at this part that is coming out. You go and get another one from here. That's how you're going to part this hair until you finish parting this hair. We don't have too much time to do all this, but I'm going to, can you, with this one that I've done so far, I hope you can get something out of it. Let me show you. Look at it. If you want to part your hair using the round method, share the video. I'm going to show you the block method before we start our practical. we're going to do our practical by adding extensions to the braid. Now this hair is open, so I'm using the opportunity to show you how to part the hair if you want to do the round method. Look at it. Can you see the way I done it? First of all, I took one out of this. This is the first one. Then I go again, took the next one round. That is the other one. Then I come in the middle of it, take the other one out. Then you come to the side, take it. This one as well, you take it. When you see the hair, like now, I've taken all this one. Can you check the hair? Look at the hair. When you see the next one I'm going to take, I'm going to be taking one from here. Let me do it. So if you're using the round method, this is how you're going to start parting your hair as a beginner. Don't be scared of it. Just go straight ahead and do it. But make sure that when you're parting this one, the way I'm parting it round, I'm still making sure that the hair are almost the same size. You see it? I'm doing the same size. If I'm making it smaller, the same way I'm going to make it smaller. Can you understand this? So this is the way you can do your round method of parting your hair. Yes. So now I'm going to take this one off. If you know, we understand it a bit, put yes on the comment section. But I'm going to do a full video of this method I just told you. Then I will send it so that you can be able to watch the clips if you're going to do it. Let's tap and bring other people in. Thank you so much. Because the more we are tapping, the more it's showing us that we are not idle here. Because I'm not seeing the love icon. Please go ahead. Let somebody volunteer, please. Tap, please. The more we are tapping, yes, thank you so much. God bless. Let's give cheers to everyone. Let's give that cheers to everyone tapping, supporting the live. Can you see it? This is the simple way you can do your round method. They are not using this method again, but few people still want it on their hair. So go ahead. This is the way you're going to part it. Now, even this size I've given to you as a beginner, please try and use this size to start your braid because you don't need too much. When you do too much, you're going to be tired of it. So I'm going to comb this one back, then I'll move straight to how you can do the block method. This is the round method. That's how you're going to continue to part it until you finish. We don't have too much time because normally we do 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So take this method like this. Let me show you again. Rounds. This is the full hair. You go ahead and take this one first. Look at it. You take it round with your comb. The next one, you go ahead and take the next one round with your comb. Can you see it? Then the next step you're going to take is this one. You curve it and take the next one. Then the other one, you take this. That's how you're going to be taking them round until you finish curving all the hair. So now I'm going to loosen this one now. Then we'll brush it back. I'm going to show you the block method of how you can do the block method. So because most people are here, they know how to braid, but they don't know how to part the hair. They don't even know where to start from when they say, okay, let me do hair. So this is why I said, get your mannequin. Now, all these practicals I'm doing it with a mannequin training head, right? Let me brush this hair out. Let's go ahead and brush it. The hair is so full because I've been using it all the time. You see what happened? The hair is full. So now let's go ahead and start our training today. This is now you're going to do the block method of parting. You're going to curl this hair horizontally first. When you take the hair horizontally, then you start doing vertical. Yes. Let's go ahead and do the horizontal. If you want the hair very big, you have to go ahead. If you want the size I just did now, oh look at I didn't remove this one. If you want the size very big, like what I just did now, you don't want to stay too long when you're doing this hair. This is how you go about it. Let's go ahead. Now, because I'm facing this hair to the camera, I might not be seeing it all through. But then, because if it's my client, I'll be facing in a way that is going to be convenient for me. So now, if you want to part this hair very big, you've taken horizontally and you're doing the block method, right? So now, you can go ahead and do what? Part this hair into 3. I don't want this hair too small. I want this hair about 30. Where is this a clip? I want this hair about 30. I don't want to do too much. Then you can go ahead and do what? Split this hair. If you want to do 4 at the back, go in the middle like this. Split it into 2. When you split it into 2 equal parts, hey man, You guys will pardon me because the way I'm not really seeing this thing I'm doing, but I'll try. I will try because I'm facing this to the camera so that you guys will see it. It's making it difficult for me to part the line. But if you're doing it on a client, you're not going to be facing the camera like that much. You know what to do. So when you do this one, you cut this one into 2. So I'm doing 4. Let's say we're doing 4 at the back. So this is 4. I'm going to hold it. I'm showing you. This is just an example. You might want to do it smaller. Follow this method. You might want to do it smaller. Follow this method I'm showing you. Part it. This is the block method of parting your hair. Block method. You see, I'm doing 4 at the back now. When I do 4 at the back, the next one will have to definitely increase with 1. If it's not 5 or 2, it's going to be 6. So this one now, this one I've done now is 4. Then you go straight again, go ahead, take the hair horizontally again. Because the size, this is the size we're doing, right? You're going to take the same size you're going to be working with. Don't feel that this one is boring. You have to learn this part of it. You need it to start doing your braid. I'm going to show you how you can install your braid, but this part of it, they are very, very important when you're doing hair as well. If you don't know how to part the hair, how are you going to start doing the hair? This method I'm doing now is a block method. You're taking it from horizontally first. When you take it horizontally, because this is the size, you might decide to go smaller. You might decide to go smaller size. That is absolutely fine. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've taken. This one will definitely be 5. Then you go here. Look at it. The first one you just parted, go in the middle like this. Go in the middle of this one and take the first one. Go in the middle of this first one and take this first one on the second line. Can you see it? Go in the middle of this one, the first one, and take the second line. Then you go ahead and part it. You might decide to do yours smaller. That is absolutely okay. But with the example I'm giving, this is the big size that we're doing. And this big size I want you to do is what I want you to start doing if you want to do your hair. If you know you cannot do too much, do about 30 or 40. Come in the middle of this second one. Come in the middle of this second one for the first line you did. Go and take the next hair that you're going to be parting. Don't worry about the line not being straight when you're doing yours, because I'm facing the camera. Make sure that this thing is straight. So you go ahead and part it like this. Tap, 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 please. Go ahead and tap. Go ahead and tap so that we'll not, except I'm not doing, yes, thank you so much. Let's go. I'm trying to explain things to us so that the system and glory will not. Then when you're taking the next one, you come on this third line, go in the middle of this third line, look at it, put your distance and take the next hair. Take the next hair. So when you take the next hair, you're going to do it this way. Just part it. I'm showing you how to part. This one is just an example. But if you want to use this size, this is what you're going to go about it. Then when you're doing the last one, thank you so much as you're joining. I'm so sorry if I can't mention your name. You're all welcome because I'm trying to focus on this one and parting. Then the last one, you go onto the middle of this one, part this one into 2. Can you see it? Part it into 2. Part it into 2. So when you part it into 2, it's going to be that the first line is 4, the second line is 5. On some occasions, the second line might be 6. It depends on the size, the neckline of the person you're doing. Most people, their neckline might be so small. Instead of doing 4, it will be 3. But this neckline of this mannequin is a bit wide, so that's why it comes to be 4. And it depends on you as well. But I'm just giving you instance of how you can part the block method. So you are going to continue to do it. Now that we have it up to this point, look at the first line. This is the first line. Passing the first line horizontally, then you go ahead and split this one into 2. Split that one into 2. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 on the first line. Then the second line, you have to go in the middle of this one. Put your tail comb like this in the middle to take the first hair from the second line. Then you go again, put your comb in the middle of this one, of the second one from the down to take the second line. Then when you're taking the third line, put your comb here in the middle of this one. You're taking the third one. Then you go again, put your comb in the fourth one here in the middle, then you take the fourth line. So now you're having the first line is 4, the second line is 5. Because this hair we are parting is a bit big. That is why. So since it's a bit big, the next step you're going to take now, you're going to be going round. You're going to be taking it round and part it. Do you understand? If you know you understand it so far, let me know. If you want me to continue to part this hair, or we should just continue our practical, put it on the comment section, because most people, when you're explaining things to them like this, they feel bored. They don't want to hear this. They just want to go straight to the point, like, let's go straight to the point and do our practical. If you want me to complete this part in this way we've started, put it yes on the comment section. If not, I'm going to just stop here. You can just go ahead and practicalize it when you're holding your own mannequin. Can I say yes, or we should just continue to do our training? I understand, ma. Okay, you understand. Okay, let's assume we understand. So let's go ahead and start our practical for today. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's keep tapping. We are going to be doing our practical for today. For those ones that are just joining us now, don't worry. I'm going to try and make a full video how to part your hair, even if it comes in part by part, because it's going to be a long process by you watching it. Then we're going to do it so that you understand how to part the hair. So now we are going to go straight into our training this morning. But the training we are going into, I'm going to, okay, let's just go ahead, because normally I used to make this thing small. So let's go ahead and use this method. Let's go ahead and do our method of parting our hair. Make it a bit smaller. Then we'll start adding our extensions to the hair. If you know you have your mannequin and you're ready, go ahead. So now let's go ahead and do the small ones, because go and take like about 1 inch. If you're doing that 1 inch, you go ahead and part it this way. Please share the live and like the live. Let's bring other people into the class. Thank you so much for doing that, and God bless you all. Let's give this chance to everyone. Let's make everything so interesting. So now I've parted this. I might not be seeing this line. Look at the way it is, but then make sure if you're parting your lines, I used to tell you that if you're parting your lines, if you have a client, always first of all ask the client, when you have product on your scalp, does it itch you? If they say yes, please don't put any product on the scalp of your clients. Do not put any product on their scalp, because sometimes most people, they come with their own product because they want you to use their product, because if you use any other product on their scalp, it's going to be itchy. So then if you ask them and they tell you that the hair used to itch them when they are doing this, don't put any product. But if they said no, if they say they don't get itch, on this occasion, you're going to take a little bit of gel, put it across the line or whatever you have, go again on the line to make the line very straight. The part is crooked. Yeah, I know, because we've been doing hair on this. What's the name? Yeah, the private official. Yes, this mannequin have been. This is the 6th times we've been taking hair off on this mannequin. That is the reason why. So the lines is always there. That is why I told you. It's a mannequin training hair. If it's a normal hair, when you comb it, everything will just blend. But because it's a mannequin now, see the lines. Before you get the lines off, it's not as if it's crooked, because we've been using this for training. Never mind. Concentrate on what we'll have to do today. Now we are going to be doing 6 good methods of how we can add extensions into the hair. That is what we have as our lesson. Then 3 of the methods are rubber band method. Then 3 other methods are natural and traditional method of how you can add extensions to your braid. If you're just joining me for the first time, you're welcome. So we're about to start the class now. Today's color that we are going to be using is, I don't know, this is not red now, it's burgundy, between red and yeah. So this is the color of extensions we're going to be using today for our practicals. Normally, the reason why I use colors for practical is that for it to be visible. When you're using color for your practicals, it helps you to just be able to hide your natural hair. Thank you so much. God bless you for everyone supporting this live. God bless you. Let's go ahead and support the live. Share the live. tap on the live screen so that we'll be able to get other people in. So we are doing the first method, which is the rubber band method. The rubber band method, we are going to be using a tiny bit of rubber band because as a beginner, most people find it very, very difficult to add extensions on their hair using the natural and traditional method. The natural and traditional method is when you grab your extension, hold it on one hand, go ahead, secure it from the roots, right? But then most people find it very difficult. That is why we start with this method. Good morning. Thank you so much, Band Cake. You're all welcome. As you come in, you know the normal thing to do. Please go ahead, tap, 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 and share the live so that we can be able to bring other people in. So now, for you not to be able to say, okay, stay away from braiding, it's better we just go ahead and introduce this form of using the rubber band method, teaching you how to secure the hair from the roots with the rubber band. Then you start braiding the hair, which is very, very easy. So now I'm going to be showing you all we need for this hair is getting the rubber band that is a bit tiny. You see how tiny the rubber band is? They have a lot in the pack. Then you have your crochet pin. This is a crochet pin. If you've not seen this crochet pin before, the crochet pin is used to insert hair. We use this crochet pin for a lot of things. And the next thing we'll be needing is our extension. So let's go ahead and do this. The first method we're going to do it from the rubber band method is rubber band method using the crochet pin to start your extension. So let's go ahead. I've parted this hair. This is the size you're going to be using this morning. It depends on you. You might use the first size I use as an example for you. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. All my concern is that I want you to get into knowing how to add extensions and braiding immediately. So now, holding this one, you're going to be using your left hand. This is my left hand to hold this hair. When you use your left hand to hold the hair, take your rubber band and secure this hair. The next question I would be getting is that, oh, this rubber band you're using is not going to be breaking your hair. No, it's not going to be breaking the hair. Immediately you take it off. The only way this rubber band can be able to pull your hair is that when you're taking this rubber band off and you just snap it from the roots like this and remove it and start pulling the rubber band towards your natural hair, it's going to be dragging your natural hair. That is why most people complain that can get only to be critical, Sophia. Can get only. Hey, I don't know what you're saying. Please, let's ask the question that is related to what we are doing because I don't understand what Sophia is saying there. So now when you secure this hair with a rubber band, the next step you're going to take is that you're going to open this, split this hair into two and pull it on both sides. When you're pulling this hair on both sides, don't do it too much. You're only going to secure the roots because the more you pull this hair, the more tighter the hair is going to look on the scalp. You don't want it to be too tight on the scalp that the client or whoever that is carrying the hair will be uncomfortable, right? So now you just pull it in a way that is secured. This rubber band that you just use in securing this hair have already secured the job for you because normally when you're securing the hair from the root using the natural and traditional method, since you don't know how to do it, the rubber band have already secured the hair from the root. So the next step we're going to take now is taking this, which is the crochet pin. Watch me as I do this method because this method all I do on this life is I want you to learn the sixth method. When you learn the sixth method, during the course of doing the sixth method, you're going to choose which of the method is best for you. Go ahead and continue to use that one method to continue to do your braid and get master to your braid, and at the same time it will help you for your speed as well because when you're doing braid you need speed. When you're doing braid, it's not just one braid you're going to put up on the hair, from 40 up to 150 braids. This is not something that you're going to you sleep all day. You need speed. If you know how to install your extension, the next thing you're going to be working on is your speed because you need speed to be able to work very hard. Even if you're using it as a business, if you're too slow doing hair, you're not going to make a lot of money. So let's go ahead. Let's not talk too much. This is the crochet pin. Go ahead and insert your crochet pin from the top. Now, when you're starting from the back, it's always the problem. So go ahead, open it because the crochet pin has something like a lash. This lash is that you can open it and you can close it. Go ahead and open it. Then you insert this crochet pin to the hair from the top. Sorry. You insert it from, let's open it. You insert the crochet pin from the top like this. So when you insert it from the top, it's going to be bringing this from the down. So now, The reason why we have our clip is that when you're working with your hair like this, now it's covering the whole thing. Just use your clip and hold on to this. Always have your clip. So the next thing we're going to do, go ahead and get your extension. This is my extension. Now this is the size we're going to be using for the extension. I'm going to explain more things. Let's go ahead and do this first one. And this is my medium, and I'm using medium extension to do this. If you're braiding your hair, we are going to be taking this extension, splitting it into ratio 2:1. Ratio 2:1 means that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. In all the braids you're going to do, when you split your hair into 2, let the one on your right hand be smaller and let the one on your your left hand be the bigger one. So now, because we are doing the rubber band method, we are going to be taking this one that is 2 times bigger. Just put it on one side. Look for a place and place it. Take the smaller portions of the hair. You know what you're going to do? Make sure they are on the same level, like this, on the same size. Go ahead and form a loop like this. When you form a loop like this, the next step you're going to do, go into the crochet pin. This crochet pin is going to hook this hair. Normally, when you have a hook, the hook, if it's the hook for the fish, it takes the fish. But for this one, this is the section the crochet pin will be grabbing. So the next step you're going to do, pull this hair. You're going to pull it from the top. Look at it. When you pull it, release your crochet pin. Put it on one side. Then, now, the next step is that this is my left hand. Go ahead and use your left hand to grab on this other one before you pull the other side. Let's keep tapping, please. Thank you so much. God bless you. Then before you pull the next one, because if you're not holding onto this hair like this, all the hair is going to pull. Everything is going to pull. You don't want it to pull. Now, the next observation on this hair we are doing is that since we've inserted the crochet pin into this hair, it has already loosened the roots of this hair. So the next step you're going to do now is that take this one, split it into 2 again, and pull it on both sides. When you pull it on both sides, it's going to secure the hair more. Can you see what has happened there? It's going to secure the hair more on the root. Secure it, not too tight, but a bit secured. So now you're going to drop this. When it's like this, you're ready to go now. The next step you're going to take, grab these extensions that is 2 times bigger. Make sure that they're on the same length. When they're on the same length, it's okay. So you go ahead and do what? And start braiding this hair. You know how easy it is to do the rubber band method using the crochet pin. So you're going to hold this hair with your left hand. If it's your first time of braiding, go ahead and watch me. Or if you don't know how to braid, when we are going to have the class of teaching you the techniques of how to braid, I'm going to show you the simple techniques of how to braid. But on this occasion, because we're trying to add extensions into our braid, go ahead, hold this hair with your left hand, place this extension that you're going to braid it with your right hand, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. This is my thumb and that's my index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and index finger, because we are doing the rubber band method, when you're doing rubber band method, the natural hair will always be in the middle. Because as a beginner, I don't want you to start splitting this hair at this stage. Go ahead and braid this hair. When you braid this hair, then later on, when you're getting advanced or you're getting improved into your braiding, you'll be able to know that the natural hair, I want to split it to other extension. But at this point, do not worry to split this extension. Go ahead, do not worry to split the natural hair. Go ahead and braid this hair. As I'm still holding this hair with my thumb and my index finger with my left hand, if you're a right-handed person, you're going to start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to be starting this braid with my right hand. Take this one you have on your right hand, bring it in, bring it in. Can everybody watch what I'm saying? Bring it into your left. This is my right hand, you're bringing it into the left. So when you bring it into your left, you grab this one in the middle, push it to the side, secure it with your thumb and index finger on your right hand. You're going to take this one, take it from your left hand, bring it into your right. When you bring it into your right, you've already started braiding this hair. You know how simple it is to braid this hair. But the only thing I'm going to tell you about this method is that always make sure that your extension is covering the natural hair in the middle, since you're not splitting the natural hair to the other side. So you go ahead and start braiding your hair. Now we are using a red extension. how to tuck. Yes, that is how to tuck natural hair in. Yes, it's tucking in. I'm still going to mention it. But then, as we are the beginners, I don't want to use a terms that will be too much for them, that everybody will just remember, oh, you have to use your extensions to cover your natural hair, which is simple. So now you're just going to braid your hair. You see what I'm doing? The extension is already covering the natural hair. The only thing it does is that it makes your hair look very, very neat, and it makes your hair look very, very clean, neat and clean. Now we have a brown shaded hair and we are using a red extension on it. At the end of the day, you're not seeing my brown hair. That is what tucking in can do, and it will make your hair look more professional. If you learn in this manner, it's going to help you. Let's go ahead and finish the braiding. While I'm still explaining, I'm trying to finish the braid. I'm going to show you the result of this braiding. If you use this method, it's going to just help you to get into braiding. Simple. And this method is really good for the kids. Most of the children that are really scared to do their hair, when you want to do the natural method on their scalp, they will start feeling as if they are frightened. Just go ahead and try the rubber band method, because the rubber band will already secure the hair on the root. It will not make them feel bad. So I'm going to show you what the result of this hair we have braided is now. So if you have started this method with me, or you have used this method immediately, this is the result of what you'll be getting. Can everybody see it? Beautiful braids. With this level, nobody knows whether you did it with a rubber band, whether you are a new beginner or not. The only thing is the hair is secured and nice. You see how secure the hair is in the root, and it's so beautiful. So this is the first method related to the rubber band method, which is using your crochet pin, using the rubber band, and as well, you're using the extension. So we are going to go further now to do the next braid that is related to the rubber band method. Nice one, thank you so much. So the next braid that is related to the rubber band method, you don't need the crochet pin. At this point, if you don't have this crochet pin, you don't have to worry. You don't have to say, oh, I don't have crochet pin, but I cannot do this method. As you're watching me, if you have your rubber band and you have your extension, you can still do this method. Let's go ahead and do the method. Let's keep tapping. Thank you so much for everyone supporting the live. If you're here and you're supporting the live, thank you so much. Let's give cheers to everyone supporting. Share the videos, like the videos. Let's bring more people in to come and watch. Thank you. So now let's go ahead and do the next one. The next one, you're going to be parting the next hair now. See, the same size I'm taking. The reason why I'm parting it this way, you can decide to use a bigger size of natural hair if you part it any size, but I'm just doing it because we need this hair a lot to do practical. We'll come here every day to use this hair. So when we finish it, I'll take it off, then we'll start all over again. So with this method, watch the way I'm going to do this method. The way of braiding the method is the same thing, but the technique of inserting this hair is different. So now that I have this hair parted, the next step I'm going to do, always make sure you comb the hair when you're working with your hair. Oh, thank you so much. God bless you for liking the videos, so that the system, the algorithm will not think that we're just here idle, doing nothing. Thank you so much for that. God bless you all. Let's make this thing interesting. That chair is close to everyone. So after combing the hair, the next step you're going to do, you're going to split this hair into two. Watch this method. You're going to split this hair into two. You see the way I splitted the hair into two? Just going to leave it at this point. Then the next step, if you find out that when you split the hair into two, it's not really going, you use your clip to be able to work on it. Always have your clip. Now, because I've used this hair several times, for it to stay on its own is always difficult. But then let's go ahead. So the next step you're going to take now, you're going to go and get your extension. The extension, always use the same size of extension. Now I've started with this size of extension, which is my own medium. I'm going to continue to use the same size until I finish braiding this hair. Normally, as a beginner, most people still have problem of the extension. When they do one, this one is big, it's going to be jumbo. The next one they pick is micro. The next one they pick is medium. That is color. The sizes will be now riot sizes. Everywhere will now be asking, what kind of hair is this? So take note of this. Always make sure that the size of your extensions when you're braiding, if you're doing jumbo, stick on jumbo and finish all your hair with the jumbo size. When you're doing medium, stick on medium to finish all your hair for medium. When you're doing micro, stick on micro to finish all your hair. Do you know what it does? It makes the hair uniform and more beautiful, more professional. So as you're learning from here, start from the beginning to be more professional with your learning. Don't say, okay, because I'm a beginner, you start doing the wrong thing. Don't do the wrong thing because you're a beginner, because I'm showing you the right thing. So now this is the extension. We are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. When you split the hair into ratio 2:1, it's going to be that the small parts of it, we're going to insert it in the middle. Then the other part that is 2 times bigger, gradually put this one on one side, then we'll come back to it. So now this smaller part of it, you're going to make sure they are on the same length. Come into the middle because this hair is splitted into 2. For those that are just coming, when you highlight the hair, you split the hair into 2. Go straight and place this hair in the middle, into the middle like this. Can everybody see it? Go and place the hair. You're welcome, Ifabuchi. Thank you so much for coming. Everyone, share the live, like the live. Good morning, ma. How are you? I hope your baby is doing fine and everyone is doing okay. So now, this is the hair. So the next step you're going to do on this, go ahead and grab your rubber band. Go ahead and grab your rubber band. Normally, I forgot to explain this to you. Normally, you're supposed to be using one of the rubber band, this tiny rubber band. But then, mine, I used to double it. The reason why I double it is that when I'm doing it, sometimes it gets snapped on the way. And I don't want it to be snappy when I'm showing you guys something. But then if you think one rubber band will do for you, and you'll be patient for it not to snap, go ahead and use one. But for me, I used to double it on this live. Anytime I'm doing it, I'll just double it. I don't want it to come and disgrace me here. So now, you going ahead and put the extension, the smaller part of your extension in the middle of the hair. When you put the smaller part of the extension in the middle, you go ahead and clap it and close it like this. Take your rubber band and just secure it. This is doing it without the crochet. When we did the first one, if we are here, we use the crochet pin to insert it. Let's go ahead and share the video. Thank you so much and God bless you. Share the video for about 20 people on your platform. Let them come and learn, and most people are even looking for where to get to learn a skill. So do them a favor by sharing. Thank you so much and God bless you. Tap, tap, tap and share. So now you're going to secure this hair. Go ahead and use your rubber band and secure it while holding the extension to in between them. So secure the rubber band to the point whereby you finish exhausting all this rubber band. You see the way I'm doing it? I'm going around into it until the rubber band is fully exhausted. If you're tired, you just stop. Now you pull it. The next step you're going to do, open this hair again in 2, then pull it on both sides. When you pull it, don't pull it too much, because the more you drag this hair like this, maybe one is going to Birmingham and the other one is going to Leeds. At the end of the day, you'll be hurting the scalp of the person. Pull gradually and make sure that the hair is secured already. We don't want it to be traveling while it's hurting the person that is carrying it. So I've done it now. It's secured and it's well. Then you just go ahead and release it. Bring this extension down and cover it. Can you see? Most people, when they use this rubber band, yes, when they use the rubber band method, they will think, oh, it's not covering. I'm seeing the rubber band. The reason is that when you're using rubber band method, please put the rubber band, place it like the way I just did it. Don't do it from the other side, because if you do it from the other side, you're going to, yes, Birmingham and Leeds. This is Leeds side, and this is Birmingham. So when you're dragging it like this, you don't know that the person's scalp is hurting, but do it gently. Don't go, I'm in Manchester, let me just stay within Manchester and drag it a little bit so that it will not be too much. So now, at the end of the day, we are going to start braiding this hair. The hair is secured already and simple. So next step, go ahead and grab that extension that is 2 times bigger. Yes, this method, they have been tried and tested. A lot of people have graduated in this class. They've collected their certificate. They've opened their shop. So you that is just coming, calm down. You're going to learn the same thing. Simple. If you try it today, the same day that you just try this method, you're going to start braiding. So let's go ahead and start braiding this hair. Take this one that is 2 times bigger, that extension on your right hand, hold it. Then you come to the hair. This is my left hand, as you can see. Yes, I'm seeing my left hand, you go ahead and hold this hair with your left hand, securing it with your thumb, and but do you remove the rubber band after finishing braiding, or keep it until it takes down? Yes, keep it until it takes down, because the reason why, if it's your first time, that is why you're asking the question, which is absolutely okay. It's going to help other people to know. This hair that you see me I'm using, we've used it about 6 times, fill it up with braid and extension. I just took everything off. Not even one single hair got broken from this hair. Yes. So when you're taking it off, when after having your braids, you take it off, remove the extensions, they gradually go and snap the rubber band from the root here and just take it off. Don't pull it to your hair. If you pull it to your hair, it's going to damage your hair. But then just when you take it off, take all the extension off, just gradually look for something and snap. You can drag it and just snap it, remove it. It's going to, your hair is going to, the only thing is that by then, before you take it off, you have undergrowth under your hair already. It's not going to be difficult to take off. So now let's go ahead. Let's not digress too much, but then I've explained it for everyone to know. So now hold this hair with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Place this extension. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. Place the extension on top of the hair like this, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. When you're doing this method is called the rubber band method, and we have 3 methods I'm teach on this line that are related to the rubber band method. But then this method is that only the hair in the middle have the natural hair. Only the extension in the middle have the natural hair. But then go ahead and keep braiding this hair, because as a beginner, you want to get into braiding. You don't want anything to distract you. The reason is that when you now get into braiding and you're able to do braids, you now realize it yourself, because it's a self-taught. The more you do it, the more you learn. You now understand that, okay, I need to split this natural hair into each other. But at this point, my dear, let's go ahead and braid this hair. If you're a right-handed person, go ahead and grab this hair. Yeah, hold it. But if you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. I'm still securing this hair with my thumb and index finger. Quick methods to learn how to braid. So you now go ahead, take this one from your right hand, bring it in. Can you see it? I'm bringing it into my left. When I bring it into my left, I use my pinky finger to support it so that it will not be joining to each other. Then you drag this one in the middle, push it to your right hand, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and index finger, take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. You've already started braiding the hair. You see how simple this method is? This method is absolutely simple, easy peasy. Look at it. Then you start braiding. Now that you find out that we have a brown shaded color hair and the extensions is brown, and the reason why I use colored is that for you to be able to tuck your extensions, meaning that you're able to use your extensions to hide your natural hair when you're braiding. We don't want to be seeing the natural hair, right? Because normally if you use a color that is matching to each other, it can help you a little bit to hide the secret. But then since we're using color like this, you don't want to be seeing all brown. Sometimes the brown might occur, but just be careful about it and make sure that your extensions are covering the natural hair. Then you keep braiding. Do you see it? These are the simple method of how you can get into braiding. So now I'm going to finish braiding this hair. Notice if the extensions is not covering the natural hair, you can stop and adjust. You can stop and adjust and keep doing it until when it's positioned to one side, you don't see the hair. When you're braiding it, it's just going to be going straight because the hair is already positioned to cover the natural hair. So let's go ahead and finish this braid. So if you have started this braiding with me, this is the result you're going to be getting. Let's go ahead and share. Tap, tap, tap. God bless you all. If you're just tapping. On this my other account, I've just pinned down the mannequin. So in case you want to get it, go ahead. Let me go ahead and pin another products. Let's keep doing it like that until, let's pin this one down. If you want that one, pin it, then we'll go ahead. Yeah. So now let's finish this braid. So when I finish this braid, you're going to see the result. Please, 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 if you know how to braid, go ahead and use this method. Look at it. Thank you so much and God bless you all. Let's give cheers to everybody supporting the life. So support the life one way or the other. Look at it. Can you see how beautiful the hair is? This nobody would think we use the rubber band on it because look at it, well secured and nice. So as a new beginner, you've already know how to braid, you have idea of braiding. Go ahead and start using this method to add extensions into your braid. It's going to help you. Into your natural hair. Can you see it? This is the second method related to the rubber band method. And now let's come to the real fact. Most people that are here, even with my explanation, they'll be having that doubt. Say, I don't want to put rubber band on my hair. As Cindy have already given me a long sentence there. I say, no worry. But if you don't want rubber band on your hair and you still want to do this method, there's another method I'm going to show you now, which is the third method. You don't need rubber band. You don't need to use the crochet pin. So go ahead and watch it. It might be the method that will be suitable for you. But with this lesson, I used to encourage the students here that they should go ahead and try all the 6 methods. Then when you try the 6 method, choose only one of the method and continue to braid with that one method. But in that process of learning, you've already known how to do all the methods, which you're going to come across during your course of training. Definitely, or even when you're a professional, there are some styles we do with all this method I'm showing to you. So if you know it already, it's easier for you. So let's go ahead and do this third method. So this third method we're going to do is related to the rubber band method. The reason why it's under the category of the rubber band method is because we are going to split this hair into 2 the way we did the second method and add the extensions in the middle. But apart from that, let's continue to tap. Look at, the more we stop tapping, the more it's going to be drawing us back. Like, go ahead, please. Let somebody volunteer. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much and God bless you. The more we tap, it's going to bring more people in. And the system will not think we're just here sitting down doing nothing. Thank you. I know sometimes it's a bit tiring and you want to concentrate to watch. When we put our hands together and bring it up, it's going to help us. Thank you so much. So now, this is the hair we're going to be working with. This is the third method related to the rubber band method. The reason why it's related to the rubber band method is because now that you have parted your hair, yes, now the next thing you're going to do, you're going to split this hair into 2. When you split this hair into 2 equal parts, because you're placing this hair in the middle, it's related to this next one we did. But the difference is that we're not going to use rubber band on this one. I'm going to show you what you're going to use in doing it. Let's go ahead and get our extension. If today is your first time, you're welcome to the class. In this class, we're very friendly. If you have any question, go ahead and ask a question related to what we're doing on this class. I'll be able to answer you. Even some of the students that will be here sometimes might even see the question. They say, okay, they will answer you under the comment section. So now I've taken my extension. You go ahead and keep this one. If you don't know how to take your extensions like this for them to be equal, I'm going to tell you in the course. If we have time, I'm going to tell you how you can do it. Now, this is the size of the hair that we're doing. Split this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that when you split into ratio 2:1, it means that the one you have on your right hand, look at this smaller part, is 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Let me prove it to you. If you split this hair into 2, ratio 2:1 means that when you share things into 3, give 2 to one side and give 1 to the other side. So this one that has the 2 portion, go ahead and just put it on one side. The one that have the smaller part, go ahead and make sure they are on the same length. When they are on the same length, place this hair in the middle. Look at it. Take it in the middle like this. Place it in the middle. Like that, the way we did the second method. But then when you place this in the middle, you're not going to use rubber band on this one. Watch this method the way I'm going to do this method. There's no rubber band, no crochet. So watch it. For this, you're going to split this hair into 3 equal parts. Look at it. Your natural hair, the extensions is already in the middle. Then this is your natural hair. All you have to do is that use your natural hair to braid this hair a little bit down. Look at it. This method is good. This method is related to the natural and traditional method. Do you know the reason why? Because there's no rubber band on this hair and there's nothing. When you braid it, it looks like the natural and traditional method that everybody is longing to do. We tried it the last time we had the class and the evidence was there. Look at it. Now you just braided it down while the extensions is in the middle. The next step you're going to do, bring this extension down. When you bring it down, then you go ahead and grab your other extensions that is 2 times bigger. Then you start braiding. Thanks. That's the one I like. Okay. Burnt Cake says she likes this method. You see the reason why I said everybody have different method they like. Most people will tell me, oh, they like the first method with the crochet pin. The other people will tell me they like the other method with the rubber band. The next person is saying, no, I like this method. So that is why I say go ahead and try the sixth method I'm going to be teaching you there. When you try the sixth method, go ahead and choose which one is the best for you. Then you go ahead and start braiding. Then the other method, you've already known how to do them. When you come across this hair, you're not going to be thinking as a beginner, oh, have I known this style? You've already done the sixth method. So let's go ahead and braid this hair. Then you now adjust your mannequin. When you adjust it, go ahead and hold this hair with your left hand. You holding it with your thumb and your index finger. Place this one, the extensions that is 2 times bigger. Place it in the middle like this. When you place it, you hold it to the hair. Can you see it? When you hold on to it, simple, very, very simple. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, you have to start with your left hand to start braiding. So because here you're saying me, I'm a right-handed person, let's go ahead. Take this one that you have on your right hand, bring it into your left. When you bring it into your left, grab this one you have in the middle, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it in to your right hand. Then you go ahead and start braiding. These are the simple method of learning how to braid. I've told you this one look like the natural method. The same way you have the natural hair in the middle, always use the extension to cover the natural hair, which is tucking in your extensions. So you go ahead and braid. So when I show you the result of this hair and compare it to the next level we are going to, you're going to notice that this one, because there's no rubber band on it, or there you're not using crochet pin, it looks like the natural and traditional method that we do. So now I want to cover this hair. When you're braiding hair and you feel that, oh, this hair is not covering the natural hair, go ahead and adjust it while you're braiding. It doesn't affect. So when it stays on that side, the next thing is that it's going to be easy for you to be braiding. So all this method and this protocols we are using is because we are all beginners. So when you level up to the point whereby you are using the natural and traditional method, you don't need all this process. But then at this initial stage, please go ahead and use this method so that you can be braiding. Most people use this method, they've started braiding already. Yes, it will save you your time and it will save you your money. And at the end of the day, it will make you to start getting used to braiding hair, because you need to be fast. You need speed to braid, you know that. You need speed when you're braiding, because you're not doing only just one, you're doing a lot. That is why when people charge you for braid, you'll be thinking, why are they charging me so money? Do you know when you stand for this braid, you know how long it takes you to do it? Look at it. Everybody see this method? This method, when you see it from the roots, because there's no rubber band, it looks like the natural and traditional method of adding extension to the braid. We've done this 3 method. The most important thing about doing hair is that make sure that it's secure to the roots. That is just the only thing. You know how to braid. It's secure to the root until you're going to finish having the hair between 4 to 8 weeks. Right. So now this is the 3 method related to the natural and rubber band method. That's it. So now if you're just coming or you've been here, watch me do the 3 method. Is there any of the method? Thank you, Sophia. Mommy Sophia, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Mommy Sophia, she's getting to be a professional very soon. Very soon, she will start taking clients. She learned how to do her hair. She's doing her daughter's hair now. It's saving her time. It's saving her money. And the method she normally uses, we're coming to that method because I've not done the method yet. The method she's using for her own is that she's using the method related to natural and traditional method, the simple one that you can plug. So see this one. Thank you so much, Mommy Sophia. God bless you. So now, among these 3 methods that I've just done now, is there any one you want me to repeat, or we should just go straight ahead and do the other method? Let me know on the comment section, please. And if you know you've not purchased your mannequin, because training of the hair is that when you're nice, she's doing it well, but you need to practicalize it yourself. You need to do it yourself. First and second, please. First and second. Let's see what other people is going to say. Repeat. Thank you. I'm going to repeat it definitely, but then we're working with time because I need to get the kids from school. If it's exactly the time that I need to leave, we'll leave. So somebody said second. The last method, please, Mom. Second one. Okay, now second, the last. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and repeat the second and the last method. Yes, because most people now, since the second method is almost related to the other one you use the crochet pin to do, so let's repeat the second and the last method. So I'm going to repeat that before we move straight into the natural and traditional method. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. Yes, this is what we do here. Yes, about braids, how to learn how to braid, how to install the extension using 6 methods. So now I'm going to be going ahead to repeat this second method and the third method, so that for those that are just coming now, they need to catch up with it. Then we'll move straight ahead to the natural and traditional method. I have 3 methods for it on the natural and traditional method. That is the reason why when I do the first 3, I'll make sure I do the first 3 first, then we'll see it, then we'll now know which one and which you want me to repeat. So now we are going ahead to repeat the second and the third method. So let's what? If this part, if I'm parting this hair and it's not straight, don't worry about it, because now we've been using this mannequin for a very long time now. If your parting is giving you the old pattern that you've already parted, so you see, you trying to make it straight, but then let me just leave it because we are practicing. But then when you're doing your normal natural hair, make sure that this hair is straight, because this is mannequin. We've used this several times. When you're parting the hair, it's still going to show you the old one that you've parted before. So now this is the hair. We are doing the next method. The next method is that you're going to split this hair. Now that you've parted this hair, my mannequin is on the way. I'm learning this, so okay, I can do my daughter. All right, that is absolutely okay. Let me see the name of the person. Oh, make it Laura. Okay, you're welcome. That is absolutely okay. So if you know you want to order your mannequin, I'm there with my other account, which is Grace. You can go ahead and order it from there. I pinned the mannequin down. This is the long one. If you want the short one, I can still go ahead and pin it down. Let me go ahead and pin it down while we're doing this, because most people now have not been hearing on the comment section again, where can I get my mannequin? That is why I'm screaming on this order to let me pin the short one. Then we'll go ahead. If you get into the store, you're going to see all those things. I'll pin this one down now. Let's go ahead and do our practical. So now you're going to be using your clip to hold onto this hair. Always have your clip when you're working. It's going to help you to like take the hair that you're not working with, move it out of your side so that they will not be joining to each other. So now the next step we're going to do, split this hair into 2. After combing, split this hair into 2. There's a day we're going to have quiz in this class. All these things, all this method I'm telling you, all these things that you have to do, I'm going to ask the question. The person that answers more questions will get a prize. I'm going to inform you the day we're going to do this. So in everything we are doing here, pay attention. What is this now? Pay attention. I love to braid. You see, that is good. Nicolene Harris, that is absolutely okay. Thank you. So, oh, these people, I'm not playing game now. These people should wait. Now, so go ahead and get your extensions. When you get your extensions, always make sure that your extensions are the same thing. Look at the braid we just did now. They are the same sizes. How does it look? It looks really nice because they are the same uniform size. So now we are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. Go ahead and split it, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times of the extensions you have on your right hand. On your left hand, take this one you have on your left hand, put it on one side. Put it on one side. Then you go ahead with this one you have on the right hand. Make sure that they are on the same level. I think I need to drink water now. It's telling me now. The sign is coming. 1 minute, please. Let me just drink a little bit of water. Thank you so much. Yeah. So now you're going to make sure that the hair is on the same length. When it's on the same length like that, go ahead and take it and place it in the middle. Look at it. Open the hair, place this hair in the middle. When you place it in the middle like that, the next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab your rubber band. You see all those methods, they are really good. If you don't know how to braid at all, natural and traditional method, please go ahead and use this method. Don't waste your time. It's going to help you. We're moving up now. After we finish this, we are going to move up to natural and traditional method of adding extension. It's not as if I'm not going to teach you. So when you see the method I'm using on this slide, it helps you to then move gradually into all those steps. You will not find it very difficult to braid. Most people, they can braid, but they just get discouraged on the way. Do you know how many people that will say, "Oh, I want to braid, but I'm just tired. I can't do the natural and traditional method." Please go ahead and use this. So now you get your rubber band. Now you can be using one of the rubber band if you want, but now I just decided to use two because I don't want it to snap. Go ahead and join this hair into two. When you hold it into two, then you secure the rubber band, leaving the extension in the middle. Can everybody see it? What all this thing does is that it's helping you to secure the hair to the root. Then you go ahead and braid. Simple. As far as the hair, and this rubber method will last you for a very long time. You can go ahead, last you from 4 to 8 weeks, and it's still secured. It's not moving anywhere until you take it off by yourself. This method is good for any kids, any mother that is here, those children that doesn't want you to touch their hair, doing their hair. Please go ahead. You are a great teacher, man. Thank you so much. So the next step you're going to do, open this. When you open this, pull it on both sides. Do you see? When you're pulling it, I know what I'm going to say now. Gradually stay where you are. I'm in Manchester. I don't want to pull this hair too much. Going to Leeds and Birmingham. So let's go ahead and just gradually pull this hair in a bit. Secure it. That is absolutely okay. Then you bring this one down. When you bring it down, the hair is secured already, ready to braid. Take that other hair that is 2 times bigger. When you take the other hair, let's go ahead and tap. Let's go. Yes, she is on off. Yes, go ahead. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So now you go ahead and make sure that this hair is equal to each other. When it's equal to each other, take your left hand. This is my left hand. Go ahead and grab this hair that you're about to braid on your left hand. Secure it. Place this one in the middle. Place it there and hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Thumb and your index finger. When you do that, the next step you're going to do, you start braiding this hair. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. Go ahead. I'm a right-handed person. I'm going to start braiding this hair from my right hand going into the left. Then I'll grab this one in the middle, holding it. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right. My dear, you started braiding this hair. There's nothing to worry about. This is the simplest method to get into braiding. If you're still saying, "Oh, I don't know how to braid," and you're watching me, try it. You'll be able to braid the hair. So now the only thing I'm going to say about this one is that the natural hair in the middle, because it's your first time to do this, go ahead and braid it. Don't have to split this natural hair. Thank you so much and God bless you. Everyone supporting this live, thank you so much and God bless you all. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead and continue to braid. So you keep braiding this hair. You see it, the way I'm braiding it. I'm using a red shaded extension onto a brown natural hair, but then you cannot see the brown hair. You see it, meaning you're tucking the natural hair into the extension. So if the extension is not well tucked in, just go ahead and arrange it and keep doing it until you finish braiding this hair. My dear, this method is really simple. It can make you get into braiding. Then you now gradually move into the natural and traditional method, which I'm going to teach you the 3 methods that we do on this live. Before you know it, you start braiding. Before you know it, you start getting your clients. Before you know it, you start doing your daughter's hair. There's one of the students here that came in. She just said she was dreaming one day like, "Oh, how am I going to know how to braid?" She woke up, the next minute she saw me on live. The next day, she went and started doing her daughter's hair. She had never braided before. She used this method and now she started braiding hair. So to tell you how simple and encouraging these methods are, you go ahead and use them. Look at it. Can you see how beautiful the method is? Very secure from the roots. Very secure. So this is the second method related to our rubber band method. You are the one how make me in. Okay, love it. Oh, thank you so much. Caribbean Beauty, thank you so much. Love it, beautiful. Thank you so much. You see, you go ahead and start braiding this hair. Before you know it, you start braiding. Yes, and it will help you. And the only thing I want you to get into when you install your extensions like this, keep braiding because you need speed. You always need speed to braid your hair. You need the speed. So now let's not waste our time. Let's move into the next method. The next method is the third one, because I'm repeating the second and the third method. So the third method, let's go ahead and do the third method. I hope we understand the second method best. But the more you practice, the better you become. Go on my other accounts there. I've pinned the mannequin down. If you know you've not bought your things, the materials for training, you need them, especially mannequin, extension, all the things that you need for training. My dear, when you do it one, if you're the type that wants to learn with your hair, go ahead. When you start practicing with the mannequin, go straight into your hair to start practicing with your hair. If you're the type that wants to do with your children, start with the mannequin first, get used to it, then you go straight and start doing your kids' hair. If you're the type that wants to go into business with it, the same applicable. So now, this is it. Let's go ahead and split this hair. Always comb the hair when you're braiding hair. What of the hair is short? Yes, if the hair is short, you use the rubber band method. That's what I'm saying you. If the hair is short, you're going to use the crochet pin, the first one. If the hair is short, even if the hair is short, you can use this method. Yes, if the hair is short, you can still use the method, because you're just going to place the hair in the middle and you just use your rubber band to hold on to it. Yes. So this method, this next one is that you don't need the rubber band, you don't need the crochet. So let's go ahead and grab this hair. So we're going to be taking this hair. Make sure that your extensions are always the same thing when you're braiding. Look at the 4 hair I've done now. They are always the same size. That is all also the most important thing you're still going to learn in the process of learning how to do hair. Make sure that all your braids are uniform size. Let them be uniform size. Let's go ahead. Thank you so much. God bless you. Share the video, like the video on this account. Let's go ahead. I'm not seeing that red icon. When I'm seeing this red icon, this love red icon, it makes me boost my energy to be doing this. I'm standing here for like 2 hours here for you people. So go ahead and tap for me. The more I'm seeing it, it's just making me. The one I got is very shady. Oh, go ahead and get the what is it called? The human hair one. There's one human hair. I'm going to let me pin it down on this my other account. I'm screening on my 2 accounts. So then you go ahead and get it. The human hair one is here. That is why you see this one. We've been using it for a very long time and it's still working. Let me pin that one down. If you see it pins down, go ahead and get the human. Okay, that is what I've pinned down already. You just go ahead and get it. It's going to last you for a long time. So let's not digress so much. Let's go ahead and do what we're doing. So now split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. This is the one I have on my left hand. This one that I have on the left hand is 2 times bigger. Take that one and just keep it somewhere. When you place it somewhere, the next step you're going to do, place this smaller part. Make sure that they are equal length. Can you see it? Make sure that they are equal. You get used to all these things. What is the name of the other one? It's called Grace. It's there now. Don't worry, I'll soon change this name to GraceLawendhair so that you can be able to see. Look at the account here. It's called Grace. When you see on the For You page, I'm there. Grace or GraceLawendhair. Type GraceLawendhair or Grace. You see it. You see the appear. So most people are following me there. Most people are watching it from here. Most people are here watching it from there. So now go ahead and make sure that this hair is equal on the same level. Then you go ahead and place it in the middle. Place it in the middle. When you place it in the middle like this, can everybody see it? When you place it, the extension in the middle, you're not going to use the rubber band. This method I did before, I used the rubber band. But this method, you don't need the rubber band. You don't need the crochet pin. You go ahead and split this hair into your natural hair into 3 and braid it down. Can everybody see it? Braid it down. When you braid this hair down like this, a little bit, not too much. The only thing you're avoiding with this method is that you don't want rubber band on your hair, right? You don't want to use crochet pin. Then when you braid it down a little bit, look at it. And this method is so good that it looks like the natural and traditional method. It looks like the natural and traditional. If I were you, if I'm learning and I want to do this style, I'll go ahead and keep doing this. until I know the natural and traditional method. Because this one, you don't need the rubber band, you don't need the crochet. You just go ahead and place the extension there. Grab your other extensions that is 2 times bigger. Always make sure they are on the same length. The reason is that because you're a beginner, if you make it like longer like this, you're going to be borrowing hair. When you're borrowing hair, at the end of the day, you're going to be seeing those small extensions when you finish braiding the hair on top of it. But make sure that they are on the same length so that you will not borrow hair that much when you're finishing the braid. So now we're about to braid this hair now. Then you see the result. The result, please, can you do the crochet as well? Okay, you missed that one. Okay, let's go ahead. I'll do it for the last one here. I'll do the crochet one so that you can be able to understand, because more people are coming at this point. So now let's go ahead and hold this one. This one, you're going to be holding it with your thumb and your index finger on your left hand. Then you go ahead and place your extension. You place your extension here on top of it. Hold it. This is a simple way to braid. When you hold it with your thumb and index finger, if you're a right-handed person, you go ahead and use your right first. If you're a left-handed person, use your left first. And another hint is that this one, because it's a rubber band method technique, you're only going to have the natural hair in the middle. But then let's go ahead and braid. From my right hand here, bring it into your left hand. Look at it. Secure it with any of your hands here. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's keep tapping. Yeah, let's keep tapping, please. Let somebody volunteer. We have 5 people watching on Grace account. Please go ahead and tap. Bring in more people to the let them come and watch, please. Thank you so much. So now you go ahead and hold it. Then the next step, take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. When you bring it into your right hand, you go ahead and start braiding. This is as simple as A, B, C. Most people have been finding it very difficult, but this method is as simple as when you just say A, B, C. That is how simple it is. But the only thing I'm going to tell you here, we're going to tuck this natural hair in by using our extensions to cover the natural hair. Then you go ahead and start braiding. One thing about this method is that it looks like the natural and traditional method to braids. That is how this method looks. It looks like the natural and traditional method to braid because there is no rubber band. You see, it's not that puffy. This one is a bit puffy because the rubber band is underneath it. This one doesn't have rubber band. You see how small the knot there is when you start it. Very, very simple. So you go ahead. Let's go ahead and keep braiding the hair. If you notice that your extensions are not covering the natural hair in the middle, go ahead and do it. The more you get into braiding, the better you become and the faster you become. The more you braid, the better you become and the faster you become. If you're here, you're learning this hair as a profession, you want to be making money out of it, learn it in a professional manner. Before you know it, it won't take you weeks, you start braiding hair. Yes, I assure you, you start making money out of it. That is the end goal of everything we're doing here. For those that wants to take it as a profession, sorry. So for those that just want to learn to do their children hair, it still saves you your time and it saves you money. For those that want to learn and they're learning it for themselves, it saves you your time and it saves you your money. Look at it. Can everybody see it? How beautiful this braid is. Now, this method is a third method related to our rubber band method, which you don't need the crochet, you don't need the rubber band to do it. So this is the result of it. Can everybody see it? Look at all the braids we've done. As a beginner, go and try them. When you try all of them, this is the result you're going to be getting. Can you see it? This is the result you're going to be getting. And this result is going to help you a lot in a way that you start braiding your hair and you start installing your extension on your own. So now let's do somebody was asking on the comment section, please, can you do the last method, which is the first one? I'm going to do the crocheted one more time. Then we'll now move into please, what is the color of the extension? This extension that we're using, this extension is in between, let's say it's burgundy. It's not red though, it's in between red and burgundy. So I just mentioned red. It's in between red and burgundy. That is the color of the extension. So you just go to the show. It's not red. It's not that red. It's not that. So let's not distract ourselves. It's at least in between red and burgundy. That's the color. They just make it in between. So now let's do the last one. The last one is the first one to our natural and our rubber band method, which we're going to use the crochet pin to install. So now watch the way I'm doing that method. So now this 6 method, it is super X. Super X. I don't know what that Super X is. So now comb the hair first. So I know the person that asked this question is here watching me. Go ahead and comb this. When you comb this one, you're going to get your rubber band. When you get your rubber band, you're going to secure this hair with a rubber band. This is the first method we normally do when we're doing the rubber band method. Look at my rubber band. That's it. You go ahead and take your hair and secure it. Secure it to the roots. When you secure this hair to the root, make sure you get all the rubber band exhausted, meaning that you use it to grip all the hair from the roots. So when you grip all the hair from the roots, you're going to, let's do it more. This method, you're going to meet this method. You're going to use this method for a lot of things when you're doing hair. So go ahead and learn all this method, but choose only one that you use in constantly braiding your hair. So now go ahead and split this one. When you split it like this, push it to one side. Not too tight, please. Not too tight. So it's secured now, very secured. The next step you're going to do, grab your crochet pin. That is the first method. Grab your crochet pin. That is the reason why the first one is called with the crochet pin. You go ahead and open the crochet pin. The crochet pin has something like a latch like this to open and close. You just open it. When you open it, you go from the top. Go from the top, not from the side. Because if you do from the side, when you're braiding, you're going to be seeing the natural hair, the rubber band. So go from this in on the top like this. So you go from the top. Now that you find out that this hair is disturbing, let me get my other clips. Always have your clips to work with. Move this one and hold it on this side. Go ahead and grab your extension. This is my extension. And another thing is that always make sure that your extensions are the same size. Make sure that your extensions are the same size. This one is tangled. We need to brush it out. Make sure that the extensions you're taking are the same size. It will help your braids to be uniform, nice and neat, and make it more professional. More professional. What's that? So let's go ahead. Split this extension into two. Ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. This is the one that you have on your left hand, which is bigger. Take this bigger portion of it, keep it on one side. Take the other smaller portion. Make sure you measure it. Let them be on the same length. When they are on the same length, you form a loop like this. Why do you use that? Why do you use that? And you watch me now. Somebody was asking, Delia, just watch. The reason why we are using this is, this is the crochet pin method, right? Then you still look at the way I formed a loop on this hair. You now go straight here and put it. It's just to bring the smaller part of the extension into the hair. Insert it. When you insert it, bring your crochet out. Now, don't pull just like that. If you pull it, it's going to go out. Take your left hand, hold onto one side of the hair like this. Then you use your right hand and pull. So when you pull, it's going to be in the middle of the hair. So this method is almost equivalent as the other second method we have done. But the only thing is that just learn it in case you like to use the crochet pin to insert hair. So now the next thing you're going to do, because you have inserted the crochet pin on this hair, it has loosened the hair from the roots a bit. So we'll go ahead and split this hair up a bit again and push it to the other side. When you push it to this side, not too tight, please, because the more you pull it, the more it's going to make the hair on the scalp very tight. You don't want it to be too tight. When it's secured, it's okay. You just have to take these extensions and bring it down. So when you bring it down this way, it's going to be like this. The hair is secured already from the root. The next step we're going to do with this method is that go ahead and grab your extensions that is 2 times bigger. Then you start braiding the hair. Watch me as I braid it. After this, we're moving straight into our natural and traditional method, which we have 3 methods to do. So let's go ahead and braid this hair now. Go ahead, use your left hand. When you use your left hand to grab this hair. The more we use this hair, the more it's bringing out all the extensions like this. So, but then, no worries. Go ahead and secure this hair. Look at it. Hold this hair with your thumb and your index finger. Place this one in the middle, there, right there. So when you put it right there, it's going to be like this. But the only thing about this method is that we only have the natural hair in the middle. Well done. Can you touch on my box braiding? Box braiding. So let's go ahead and do this. So when you do this, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Go ahead and take this one. If you're a right-handed person, you're going to use your right hand to start the braid. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand to start the braid. So because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to use the right to start this braid. From my right hand, take it into your left hand in. Then you grab this one, bring it to the side, holding it with your thumb and index finger. Grab these extensions on the left hand, bring it into the right hand. Then you go ahead and start braiding the hair. You see how simple it is to install this hair. The next step you're going to do, make sure that your extensions in the middle are covering the natural hair. Sometimes when I'm concentrating, I don't know what, maybe the questions might just go past. If you ask me any question that I didn't see, repeat it again. So let's go ahead and keep braiding this hair. Then you go ahead and start braiding, making sure that your extensions is covering your natural hair. So let's go ahead and do it until we finish the hair, braiding the hair. So the color of the extensions, the natural hair is brown shade color hair, while our extensions is red or burgundy. Now that I'm braiding the hair, you hardly see the natural hair popping out because I'm using the extension, tucking it in. It's called tucking your extension, tucking your natural hair in, right? So now I'm using the extension to cover the natural hair. So if it's not covering it that much, please adjust it, make sure that it's covering it, then you keep braiding. Yes, learn this method is going to help you. At first you might not get it, but the more you practice, the better you become. Mommy Sophia here at first, when she was doing the children hair, she complained for me for the first time. She said, hey Mommy Grace, this hair you're doing, this hair I did the last time, the hair was just coming out. I say, you know what, you have to take your time gradually and use your extension to cover the natural hair. And the next braid she did was okay, beautiful. Can you see it? So that is how we do. The more you practice it, the better you become. If you don't practice, how would you get perfect? So you have to learn to practice the hair. Look at the braid we just did now, using the crochet pin. The difference between it is that you're using the crochet pin to insert the smaller part of it. But then with this method, you can still use this middle method and the other method to do it. So it's up to you. So this is the method. This is the three methods that are related to the rubber band method. We have repeated it twice. Now that's why we have 6 sets of braids. So let's go ahead now and start doing the natural and traditional method. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. This is what we do in this class, learning how to braid and learning how to put extensions on hair. But then if you want to advance this class, I have other classes, but then they are all paid classes. But this one is free for everyone to learn. I would want you to concentrate on this free one because you need it. That's the very most important thing about hair. If you don't know how to do this one, you cannot move into the next level. So gradually know how to do this one, know how to braid before you can move into other method. You see, move into other class. So now let's go ahead and see this one. So taking the next step of it, you go ahead. If you're doing the same size, always make sure they are the same size that you're taking. You go ahead. Sometimes when you're seeing my mannequin, when I highlight it, it might not be straight that much because we've been look at it. All the lines of the previous ones are all there because we've been using this mannequin for training a lot. So the mannequin head now is not getting used to some lines already. Can you see it? So, but then never mind. That is not the main issue why we're here. Don't worry. The main issue is for you to just know how to add extensions into your braid. So now let's go ahead and do the natural and traditional method of adding extension into our braid. The first method we normally do on this slide. Where is my rubber band? I was holding one rubber band. Okay, yes, wonderful. Just to hold on to the hair. Yes, always hold on to the hair, either with a rubber band or with a clip. Make sure you hold it so that the hair you'll be working with will not be joining with the ones that you're not working with. So now the next step we're going to do, let's go ahead and start from this side. I'm going to be taking this one. Look at the next hair. As I explained to you the first time, this is the next step we're doing. The next thing you're going to do, go up to here, because now if I go in the middle, now this hair is a little bit more. If I go in the middle here, it's going to be too much. So just go slightly a bit near the line. Now take it, because this next braid we are going to be doing, okay, no, it's in the middle here, sorry, the middle here. You take the first one, this one is going to come on this side, then you come in the middle here, take the next one, this one is going to cover the middle. So that is how it works. So let's go ahead and take the first one. The first one is going to fall onto this edge, so I can be able to cover the space in between. So let me clip it and we'll do the next one. Let's go ahead and keep tapping. I'm not seeing the love icon again. Oh, go ahead, please. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, let me clap for you guys. Let's make it interesting. Now we cannot play music here. We cannot do anything. That is how we just be saying cheers. Let's go ahead, because we're doing practical work anyway. So now the next one is natural and traditional method of adding extension to the braid. The first method is the method that you just place like a thread. Most professional, this is what they use. I'm going to show you how to do this now. So if you're the type that is here, you don't want to learn the rubber band method, you want to go straight into this one, my dear, go ahead, let's do it. So now this is the extension we're going to be working with. With this method, then we are going to be joining our extension. Split the extension into ratio 2:1. Anytime you're doing your braids, please, your extension should be 2:1. If you're doing twist, that is when you have it half. If it's braid, it's ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. What next are we going to do with this method? Cross it. Look at it. Bring the smaller part and place it on top of the bigger part, then you just go ahead and cross it. So when you cross it, it's going to look like this. Do you notice something? When we are doing the rubber band method, we didn't cross any hair. We only place it in the middle and start braiding. You see that this one is a little bit advanced more, but then let's go ahead and do it. So I'll be holding my extension like this. Look at it. Look at the way I'm holding this extension. The smaller part of it is joined together. The reason why this hair is ratio 2:1, I'm going to explain to you when we're doing the last part of it. I'm going to explain to you the reason why. Let's just watch me. So now this is the hair. This is the hair we're going to be watching with. Next, you're going to do, we've already combed the hair. Always comb. I'll still repeat it to make sure that always comb the hair you're going to insert extension with, because you're going to be having it for 6 to 8 weeks. The reason is that you don't want your hair to break. If you don't comb the hair and remove the knot out of it, when you put extensions on it, when you're taking it off, you're going to be losing your hair. Braids is a protective style, not a style that will lose your natural hair. So now you're holding this hair. Place this hair here. Look at it. Place the middle of this one that you just crossed now in the middle. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and take this. This is the smaller part of it. Go ahead and plait it like this. 1, you go again. 2, don't make it more than 2, because if you make it more than 2, it's going to be tight in the root. Then you go ahead and take this smaller part, secure it somewhere around. Then you go open this one, then you split this natural hair into 2, then you start braiding. You see how simple this method is. I don't know that this method was simple before now. Most professionals, this is how they do it. Can you see how simple this method is? Natural and traditional method, the one that you plait before you just install. So you see it, you go ahead and start braiding the hair. But always make sure your extensions are covering your natural hair. So now let's finish braiding this and I'll show you the difference. So if you're here, you just watch me do this first method now. You see the difference. This one, you're advancing a bit now. You don't need rubber band to do it. You just take it, cross the extension and insert your extension into your natural hair. You see how neat this braid is. So the more you get advanced into this, the more it's going to help you. Let's continue to tap. Thank you for everyone that is tapping. God bless you. God, that hand, you're going to receive multiple of blessing for using it to tap. First, thank you so much. God bless you. I prefer that one. Okay, that's fine. That is the reason why I said, watch me as I do the 6 one. It's not this 6 method we're doing doesn't mean that if you start somebody braid now you start doing rubber band. No. Practice the 6. Choose only one to complete all your braids. That is what I told. So this is it. Very, very neat and nice. Can everybody see it? Tap, tap, tap on this one. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap. So now look at it. Can everybody see it? Very, very nice and beautiful. That's the first method of natural and traditional method of adding extensions into your braid. Can you see it? This is the first method. So we are going to go into the next method. No time because we don't have time. We need to be quick now. So the next method for this one is the natural hair is going to be the third strand. Natural. Let me share this video from this side. Share the video, please. Let's share from this. Let's share this side so that more people will come into this live. Share the live, and continue to tap. God bless you all. For everyone supporting this live, may God bless you for doing that. Yes, you know that I cannot do it myself. What you know I cannot do, you help me to do it. Now I'm busy teaching you how to do hair. I cannot tap. If I am able to tap, you see that I will be able to tap it. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So now we are going to split this hair. Come into this place. Come into the middle of this one and take the next extension you're going to be working with. So when you take this one, it's going to fall in place here. So notice, I'm still trying to explain to you how you part your hair. Now we're doing the smaller bit. I did a little bit of practice before we started. So the next step we're going to do on this, hold this hair with your clip, which is very, very important. Always have your clips to work with. So the next step is go ahead and comb this hair. This method we are doing now from the natural and traditional method is that this natural hair is going to be the third strand. This hair is going to be the third strand. If your hair is not long, you cannot use this method. If your hair is not lengthy enough, you cannot use this method. If your hair is in the middle of this hair, you can use this method. If your hair is short, like this short, you cannot use this method. The method that you can use if this hair is short like this, you use the rubber band method or you use the natural and traditional method. The last one I'm going to use that you can hold the hair from the root and start braiding. I'll show you that. Let's do this one first. So now you're going to get your extension. So the next thing is grabbing your extension. Always make sure that the extensions are the same. With this method that we're going to do, we are not going to split the extension into two because we say this hair will be the natural, the third strand. So, but I'm going to show you how you can do it and will achieve the same goal. Look at the extension. This is the size of the extensions I'm be using with other ones. But the only thing is that let's go ahead and do this. Take this one. This is the natural hair you're working with. Go ahead and place this hair in the middle and secure it with your thumb and your index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and your index finger, you start braiding this hair immediately. The reason is that this one is the third strand. This is our extension, this is our extension, and this is the natural hair. Most people, this is the method they are using. I'm just teaching you all this method in case you find this one very easy for you to do it. Go ahead and use it. Yes. But if you do all the 6 methods and you think, oh, I don't like this method, don't worry about it. Choose the method that you like. So now, the next step we're going to do, I'm securing this hair with my thumb and my index finger with my left hand. Then I'm going to go straight ahead now to start braiding. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm starting with my right hand to braid. Take this one on your right hand, bring it in. Look at it, bring it in. Then this method, the reason why when you're using this method, you have to be careful because you're using hair as the third strand. That means you have to secure it more. You see from the roots, because it's the third strand, look at the way it is. You have to secure it more. Then you go ahead, bring this one in, making sure that the hair is secured from the roots. Now, when you braid it 1 or 2 times, you bring this hair in the middle. Bring this hair in the middle because we are not going to continue to use our natural hair to braid. What we are going to do on this method now is that go ahead and borrow some hair from here. When you borrow some hair, you bring it in. Then you borrow some of this one again from this side, you give it into the middle. Then you now start braiding. So when you start braiding, because this hair is a natural and traditional method of how we can braid our hair, we are not going to continue to take all this natural hair like the way we did on the rubber band. You're going to split this natural hair to this side. Take some of the natural hair, give it to this one. You braid. Then you bring this one again. Take some of the natural hair, you give it to this one in the middle, making sure that all the hair is got the natural hair. Then you start braiding. You see the difference? The difference is that because this one is the natural and traditional method and the other rubber band method, let's assume that we are still beginners that time and now you've advanced a bit. So you go ahead and use your extensions to cover the natural hair. You go ahead and start braiding. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to show you. The reason why you see this one popping up here, because we use the natural hair to be the third strand. So then I told you we are not going to continue to use the natural hair to continue our braid, because it's going to be showing. So it's only with this method, it's only here you can see your natural hair. Then when you adjust and give the middle hair some of the extensions, it's going to change automatically. So you using your extensions to cover the natural hair, then you continue to braid. Can you see it? Let's go ahead and tap. Thank you, ma. Okay, Ada, I know you're seeing this. Thank you so much. I know you're really getting something out of this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you. So that's the method. This is the second method. Can you see it? The second method that you're using your natural hair to be the third strand. Most people, that's what they use in braiding, and they're used to it. You cannot say why are they using it, because they love the method. They're used to it already. But if you know you're trying the sixth method and you don't like this method, you don't have to worry. So this is the two methods related. This one is the one that you plait, and this one is the one that the hair is going to be the natural one. See, because the hair is the natural one, the third strand, you are going to see the hair, natural hair popping out here and here. Then later you now swap it by giving the natural hair some extension. You continue. So now we're moving into the last method. The last method is the main natural and traditional method of adding extensions into our braid, which is the most used method. Is the most used method, and this is the method that is creating confusion among people. They're like, when am I going to start adding extensions into my natural hair like this? So we're going to do that method now. So this is the last method before I could take any other questions that will be coming up. So let's go ahead and do it very quickly, because the time is going fast. 1:53. So the next thing is that go ahead and section this hair. Section this hair from the middle here. Most of the thing, this one I'm not even seeing. Okay, yes. Section this hair in the middle, take it from the middle here, and take the hair you're going to be working with. So the next one, get your clip and clip it down. This method I'm going to do, which is the natural and traditional method, most used method, is that we're going to hold our extensions on one hand. If you already know how to hold your extensions on one hand, it's okay. But if you don't know, let's keep tapping. Let's bring people in for this method. If you already know how to use your extensions on one hand, it's absolutely okay. But if you don't know how to take your extensions, watch me as I take this extension. So now this is the size of the extensions we're using, which is equal to what we've been using. Then you go ahead and split this hair into ratio 2:1. When you split it into ratio 2:1, what are you going to do? You're going to cross this hair. Take the smaller part of it. Do you know the reason why we do ratio 2:1? Now I'm going to explain to you. Because when you cross this hair into this, we need 3 strands for our braid, right? When you cross the 2 smaller parts, when you hold it, it's going to be equal to 1 part of this hair. Let me drink water again. Sorry about this. My throat is dry. So now it's going to be when you because we need 3 strands of extensions to add to our braid. That's why you make the other one on your right hand smaller. By the time you add the smaller part into 2, it's going to equal 1 of the strands of the bigger one. Look at it. Can you see it? They are equal. And if your braid is always like this, your braid is going to be nice and even. If one of the strands is smaller than each other, your braid is not going to be nice and even. Note this when you're doing your braids. Make sure that they're nice and even. So when you're braiding, everything is going to be nice and even. Can you see the way it is? Nice and even. So let's go ahead and hold this to our hands. Now, I'll be holding this braid to my hand. If you know how to hold your extensions already like this, most people, they place their extensions like this. For me, I don't do that. I don't even know how to hold on to it like this. But what I do is that I make sure I hold my extension on one hand like this. You see what I've done? Very, very easy. But I'm going to explain to you how I achieve this game. This technique. Look at it. Simple. I'm holding it on one hand. It's not. It won't. If you know how to do it, it won't take you that time. Thank you so much for everyone supporting this live today. God bless you. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Let me tap onto this. Is this one even working? Okay, it's working now. So now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So the other thing, hold this one. When you're having your 3 strands of hair extensions like this, go ahead. This is my right hand. Thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the little or pinky finger. These fingers, we use it to do our hairs, right? So the next step you're going to do with this finger, do this. Hold this first one with your thumb and index finger. One. Then the other one, will hold it with your thumb and index finger on your right hand to this side. Then the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and hold this one. These are my 3 supporting fingers. Place this one here. When you place it here, you hold it. You're not going to let it wobble like this. If it's wobbling, you cannot get it. All you have to do, you make sure that it's firm. When it's firm enough like this, you go ahead, bring your middle finger here, place it here. The only hand I'm going to be turning is my right hand. You go ahead and turn your right hand like this. Then you bring your index finger out of this place, and that is it. You're already holding your extensions on one hand. So this method you're going to do like this. The best, if you're here and you're learning to be a professional, to be a braider, please learn how to hold your extensions on one hand. Is to make your braids and your job very easy and quicker. So now let's go ahead and install this braid without wasting much of our time, because I know maybe 1 or 2 questions might be coming, so I will have few times to be able to answer the question. So now the next step I'm going to do, now I'm holding this my extensions on one hand. Go ahead and you place it. See, while you're holding the extensions on one hand like this, open your thumb and your index finger a little bit. Then you just go ahead and hold this one with your thumb and index finger while the extensions is still like this. The next step you're going to do, take your left hand, split this hair, because you want your natural hair. This one is going to be installed into the hair automatically by splitting the natural hair into 3. Hold this one, take this one out first. When you split this one with your left hand first, the next step you're going to take when you're doing this natural and traditional method, you're going to go ahead and grab these extensions that is falling on your index finger on your right hand. Grab it to this side. Can you see it? When you grab it to this side, next step you're going to do, you're still holding this hair, use your thumb and your middle finger to hold the hair. Release your index finger. This index finger is going to go in between the natural hair and the extension. Look at it. Then you release your hand. This is where people have problem when it's not secure. Then you go ahead and grab this hair. When you grab it, you secure this hair to the roots by plaiting it. And you see what I've done? Secure it to the root. When you plait it like 1 or 2 or 3 times, then you go ahead and release your hand. The next step you're going to do, you're going to flip your hands on this. Do this. When you flip that hands, you're going to position your braids. Now look at the hair that we did now. Automatically, this natural hair is splitted into the extensions. Then you now go ahead and start braiding. So the next step you're going to do, make sure that your extensions is covering all your natural hair, which is tucking your natural hair in. Then you go ahead and braid. So this method is a natural and traditional method, most used method, the method that most of the beginners find very difficult, that discourage them from braiding. So now this is how you can do it. So I'm going ahead to finish braiding this hair. So because of this method, make us to start using all this method for you to get used to it. This is complicated, you see. That is, don't worry, you get it. That is the thing. That is the reason why we say start using all this method first. Then gradually you're going to get it. This is the method that most people find very difficult. But somehow, when I ask all the students, if Abuchi is here, she can, I don't know if she's left already, she can comment on the comment section. Yes, it's the best method for her. I asked all the students, please go and try the 6 method. She end up, this is the method that came into her hand and she's used to it. She can braid her own hair. She can do her kids' hair. She can do, even I told her now to start bringing clients in. This is the time she will start making money. Let her start taking clients in now, because I've seen the work she did. She have completed the full mannequin by braiding it. I said, now it's time for you to start getting your clients. Get your clients and charge your money. Yeah, that is the reason why we are here. Most people are here to learn, to make money. You see, the end of it is to cash out. So now, if you say it's complicated, that is the reason why I say start with other methods first. Gradually, you're going to get there. You see it, how secure it is. Very, very secure. The reason is that Because when you're taking it, automatically you take the hair from the root, splitting the natural hair into three, then you install it. Right. So let's go ahead and tap, 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 tap. Now I'm going to be, if there's any question of repeat, let me know on the comment section, because very soon I'm going to be bringing the students up. So that if you have any question, if it's your first time, if whatever you think, put it on the comment section. It's always painful. Why? Yes, this is the reason why. No, that is why, because most people, if you're a beginner and you're doing this style, it's painful because your hands, you don't know how to do it. You want to make it too tight. But if you know how to do it, I should repeat it. Okay. If you know how to do this style, you won't find it very difficult. Yes. And that is the part, because at that process whereby you're trying to secure all the hair into it, that is why it's painful. That is the reason why I said start with the rubber band method. Gradually start braiding, use the other method that are related to this. The more you braid using your mannequin or training head, the more softer your hands become. Braiding can be so painful if a new beginner braid your hair that have not known, because they are trying to secure the hair. They don't know that they are pulling your hair from the roots, which is what we are trying to avoid. When I say get your training mannequin hair to tree, I know the reason why. See all the manipulation I've done today now. I'm doing it on the training hair. He's not complaining because he's just training hair. But if you're doing all this on somebody's hair, tell me what they will feel. Next time, even if you know how to do hair, they don't want you to touch their hair because they'll think that, oh, that hand is painful, especially with the children. So this is the reason why, if you are here, you want to learn really, go ahead and get your training mannequin head. It's very, very important. Now in this house, I have about 6 or 7 different types. Again, it may not be tight. How can it be tight and not painful? No, there's a way you do it. When you're used to the hand, it will not be painful really. When you start doing it, you know how, instead of grabbing it, pulling the person's hair, you just use the system, the techniques of holding it in a way that is secured but not too tight. Yes. So the more you get into braiding, for most people that knows how to braid now, they will tell you, even if for those that are doing their hair by themselves, they can testify. The first time you even grab your hair, it will be very painful. But when you keep doing it, at one point, you just don't feel it because you now know the technique and how to be able to install your extensions into your hair. So I'm going to repeat this hair one more time. Then we'll now go ahead. If you miss it today, tomorrow I might be coming earlier or might not be coming because I have a very important appointment with my children. I'm going to pick them up from school tomorrow. If I come 11 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to do 1 hour quickly. But if I don't, I'm taking them for appointment tomorrow. But normally our classes are 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday. Right. Now I'm going to repeat this method again, this last one, which is the natural and traditional method that most of the beginners find very difficult to install. So this is the reason why we started from all this method. By now, when you start from the rubber band method, especially this third method related to the rubber band method, this one that you just braid the hair down. If you go ahead and use this one, you're good to go. I get tired in the middle of hair. Okay, luxury hair wig. Yes, that is the reason you didn't start with us on the first time. If you are here from the beginning, as you join, please go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Let's bring more people in. She get tired of hair in the middle. It's because I told you as a beginner, please always, if you're starting, part the hair to be 30 or 40. Don't go beyond that. If you go and be splitting the hair, sectioning the hair tiny, and you're just a beginner, you can never complete that hair. It's not even a course. It will take you, except the person that you're doing the hair is ready to stay 3 or 4 days. It's always the case because you're just starting, you just get tired of it. But then if you train with your mannequin and you already know how to do this hair, you won't get tired. But even if you train with your mannequin and you're moving straight into somebody's hair, what you're going to do is that part this hair into 30 or 40. Quick, you'll be able to finish braiding this hair. Now, when we're in our comments of answering questions, now I'm going to bring Mommy Sophia up. She's going to tell you because she learned how to do hair here, and she's doing her daughter's hair. The day she showed her daughter's hair, I said, yeah, this woman is listening because she did it in a way that is 30 to 40 braids. And now she didn't make it too small. Gradually, the more you braid 30, the next time you add 10 to it, you make it 40. The next time you add another 10, 50. By then, you're getting used to braiding. You're not going to get tired on the road. But if you say because you want to braid hair and you're just a beginner, you went and be parting this hair small, small, my dear, you sleep there, you will not be able to finish it. Yes, always start with 30 or 40. Yes, always start with 30 or 40. Even if you don't know how to secure it, use the rubber band method, 30 or 40. Insert your braid the hair. From there, next step, braiding of hair is a self-taught. Even while you're doing it, you're going to get a technique of your own that will be so okay for you. When you just start it, your hand will be used to that method. You start doing it. So that is why the more you practice, the better it becomes. Now, my own is just to give you, yes, how to go about it. Then you go ahead and practice. Because you can watch me from now till next year without you laying your hands on extension and mannequin. You cannot do it. You cannot braid in your mind. No. You have to practicalize it. Yes. So let's go ahead and repeat this method for us to show us the last method we just did. But if you missed the class today, if we are not able to do much tomorrow, on Wednesday will be a full class for us, because tomorrow I have very, very important appointment with the kids. I'm going to grab them, go for appointment. But if I can come early, 11 o'clock, we just do from 11 to 12. Then from 12, I'm off. But then on Wednesday is our main class from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. or more than that. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and pass this. Let me do this one. Let's repeat this last method again. So when we get to repeat this last method, you know how it was. This extension. Let's go ahead. Take this one from the middle here. Take it from the middle. When you take it from the middle, this mannequin, we've been using it several times. So when you're parting the hair, it's giving you the old parting that you've already done. But then it doesn't really matter. We're using it to practice. So let's go ahead and practice. If you're doing it on the natural hair, when you comb it, natural hair will just go ahead and close up. So now, always comb the hair you're working with. It's very, very important. Always make sure you comb the hair you're working with, which is this. Tap, 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 and share the light. Let's keep it. I'm not seeing any tapping on cheek breast. Let somebody volunteer. The more you tap, it's going to bring other people in. Thank you. And on this, please, how do we ensure it's 30 or 40? Yes, you have to split the hair down. You didn't come when we started it. Always section the hair down first. Section, if you're just starting, section the hair down. When you're a beginner to do braid, please section the hair down. Then you just hold it. If you started with me when I started, I showed you how to section the hair down. Section it down. If you're going to use your rubber band, if you're using a rubber band method already, it's going to help you. When you're sectioning it, use the rubber band to hold on to it. Then you now start installing the braids. That is how to learn. You can't just jump from that one part to the last. You have to do it. Everything in this life is patient, one step at a time. So be patient to do it. By the time you do it once, the next time you don't need all those processes. You're getting used to it. So let's go ahead. Tap, tap, tap. If you're just joining, share the video. Do it always have to be 4 corner? No, if you don't want 4 corner, I did the round one. If you don't want 4 corner, these days is the 4 corner that is raining. When they just come, they say, please, I want you to section hair in line and in a box braid. You move according to the trends, right? You don't, because you're a hairdresser or a hair braider, somebody will just come to you because you're used to curving it round. You say, okay, you must do it on the person's head. No. If they want you to do the block method, do it, because that is what is trending. That is the hair that is trending. Normally, we don't do all this before now. You just go ahead, curve it round, curve and be braiding. But now, everybody that comes to you, they want you to do it this way, in a block method. Look at it. Take it horizontally, start sectioning it vertically. That is just it. So that's why I'm teaching you that way when you see it. But then the first time, before we came in to start using this, I showed you how to do the round method. You can still meet some people that say, okay, I don't want this, I want the round method. You go ahead. Or if you're doing your kids' hair, you can do the round method, just about 10 hair. It's the round method that will be okay for it. You just use it to cover the gaps, and that is it. So let's go ahead and do this one. So we've sectioned this hair, we've combed it. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. This is a community where we do hair. Let's make it very interesting as you're coming in, right? This is where we do hair. And you know that you want to be serious with this hair, get your training kits. Yes, get your mannequin, get everything that you require, because the more you practice, the better you become on doing hair. So this is very short. Let's go ahead and I can pull it anyway. Let me take from this other side. So the method we are doing is a natural and traditional method of adding extensions into braid. We've done almost all the method, but then this is a repeat. Somebody said repeat this method. That's okay. Let me go ahead and repeat. And for the sake of those that are joining now, they'll still gain something. There's no time you come to the class that you not gain one thing before you go. So now let's section this hair into ratio 2:1. Ratio 2:1 is that when you split your hair, the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand, meaning that you're going to cross this hair. So the reason why it's ratio 2:1 is that we need only 3 strands to do hair. When you cross this hair like this, it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then why you make this other part smaller is that when you cross it together and join it together, because we need 3 strands, this 2 of the smaller part joined together is going to be the one of this other part. Can you see it? Now it's 3. When you see it, it's going to be 3 strands of hair, because you've taken the smaller part and you join them together. It's going to give you the size of this one. So when you're doing your braid, it's going to make your braid very, very even. Somebody was asking a question the other time. When I do my braid, it's not even. If you take, for instance, this hair, now when you're doing your braid, you take this smaller part now, add to this one, and they're not even. Go ahead and do this braid. You see what will happen? They will not be even because this part is too small. So they are not even. So let's go ahead and do our braids while we're here. So now you cross this extension. When you cross it, it's going to look this way. When it looks this way, for me, when I'm doing this method, I used to hold my extensions on one hand. I just go ahead and do this. Very, very simple. Then I'll start braiding. For those that want to use this job as a professional and they want to braid, start braiding, making money out of it, you're going to learn how to hold your extension on one hand. It's easier. You just hold it, grab your hair and start braiding. Most people, they know how to place it like this. For me, I'm not used to that, placing it like this, and they do it. But then you just go ahead. If you want to hold the extension on one hand, you just go ahead. Hold this other side with your thumb and index finger. The other left hand, hold it with your thumb and index finger. The other strand, place it here. When you put it there, you make it firm. Don't make it loose. How do you cross the extension on one hand? Cross it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to show you guys now. So now you hold it, make it firm. When it's firm like this, the next step you're going to take, it's only my right hand. This is my right hand. It's only my right hand that will be moving. So when you do this, you now go ahead, bring this middle finger, do this, place it on top of it. Then you move your right hand. In the process of moving your right hand, bring your index finger. See my index finger? Put it in here. That is just it. You've crossed your extension on one hand. You're going to hold it like this. So when you're holding the extension like this and you want to install this natural and traditional method, look at my thumb and my index finger. Open it a little bit. You just come to the side like this. Watch what I'm doing. For this method, it's very, very easy. Most people find it very difficult. Where is this one coming from? Let me just add it to this hair. So now you're going to do this. Hold on to the hair like this. When you hold on to the hair, release your left hand. This is my left hand. Go ahead and section this hair a little bit. When you section it like this, you hold it. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab this extension that is falling on the index finger on the right hand. You go ahead and grab it this way. So when you grab it this way, look at it. Take your index finger. You're now holding the hair with your thumb and the middle finger. Take your index finger now. Go in the middle of this hair. Look at it. Separate it like that. Release your hand. Then this is where people have problem. You now adjust yourself. Go ahead and grab this. Somebody was asking, that is why it's painful. This is the part whereby you don't want it to be painful. I don't want it to hook my nails. Oh, my nails don't start to. So now you're going to go ahead and start braiding this hair like this. When you go ahead and braid this hair, look at it. Use the technique, hold it, secure it, but not too tight. See, this is where people will be dragging the method of making it too tight. At the end of the day, the scalp is so hot on the scalp. So now you flip your hands, go ahead and start braiding the hair. The next step you're going to do, make sure that you tuck your natural hair in. This is my natural hair. Then you go ahead, take your extension and start covering the natural hair. Then you go ahead and braid. This is it. Very, very simple. The difference between all this method is that when you're inserting this hair, you're splitting You're splitting your natural hair automatically into three. Look at this hair. This one have natural hair. The middle have natural hair. This one have natural hair. But when we did the rubber band, only the middle have the natural hair. You see the difference between the traditional method of adding extensions and the not and the rubber band method, which they are all good. I'm going to show you. Look at them. But then the only thing is that is the method. Move gradually from the rubber band method gradually into the natural and traditional method before you know it. But then if you try the sixth method of you adding installing extensions into your braid, anyone that goes for you, please go ahead and start using them. Use only one. I didn't say use all the six method when you're doing the hair. Practice the sixth method. Grab only one that you're used to. It looks simple but very complicated. What's her name again? Nick Kemi, don't worry, you get it. It's always the case with this method. This is the reason why most people just decide not to, they give up when they are doing braiding. It's not as if they don't know how to add braid their normal hair. Adding extensions is the braid. With this natural method, they just give up. But with other methods that we've introduced to you, go ahead and use them. Go ahead and use them. Look at them. You end up still braiding. And gradually, before you know it, you start teaching yourself. Thank you, Chloe Glam. God bless you. And thank everybody for that is supporting the life and making sure that the algorithm know that we are here. Because when we are quiet, not tapping, if I'm not seeing that love icon, they'll say, what are these people doing here? Once you get it, you are good to go. You see, the professional is saying it now. I'm going to bring her up. Let me start bringing people up now because we've repeated it. Let's invite those that will come and testify. If Abuchi will be here, Abike God is here. Where is Mommy Sophie? I want her to come up to tell people about. Is she here today? Accept the invitation when I just send it. Where is Mama Sophie? She's here. Let her come and explain that the way she did her method then. And I'm not seeing her. Maybe she just gone off. Mommy Sophie, indicate if you're here, but I've sent invitations them out. Anybody that have this invitation, you can just come up. If you have any question, if it's your first time, if you've gained something, go ahead and come up on the bus. I'm just sending the invitation randomly because we have about, I think, 8 or how many space for us to get into here. Go ahead and get it. For those that have been students here that are still practicing, please come and encourage other people how they will get into this braiding. Most people will think, oh, they cannot learn. I didn't see Mama Sophia. She disappeared. Mama Sophia, have you? I saw her came in, but I didn't see her again. Let's bring. Accept the invitation. Go ahead. We have few minutes. We have like another 10 minutes or 15 minutes to just interact. Then before I go and pick the kids off school. If you got the invitation, get it. Let me see if I can send invitation on this one as well. I'm sending invitation for those that want to come up here. Yes, go ahead and come up. If you want to come up, come up. So let's go ahead now. We are going to be discussing now. The last method we just did now, we have to let Ifabuchi tell us about this method because I asked all of them to try the sixth method. She's the only one that end up getting this method. She said, okay, that's the best method for her, and she's been doing it. She sent me her braid on the phone. I saw what she's been doing on her hair, and I told her, I said, this is it. Let open your speaker, Ifabuchi, and you talk to everyone. Tell them about this natural and then traditional method. Maybe it will give them that encouragement to say, okay, let me still try it. But then, before then, go ahead and try all this method we have done so far to get into. Look at all the braiding now. Nobody will come and tell you on your head that you use natural you use rubber band. All of them are uniform the way you see it now. The only thing we need is that for it to be secured from the roots. Is that not just it? Yes. So go ahead and use any method. Try the 6 good method. Continue to braid. Practice your speed, and it will help. So go ahead. If Abuchi speak to them, then.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, ma.
Yeah.
The only thing is that it's true that it looks very difficult. You understand?
Yeah.
But for me, how I got it was that first day you are teaching us. I have to look under. I have to look as in, I was not even looking. I have to look how you separate that hair.
Yes.
You understand? I have to watch because you use your left hand to get the other one to separate it and get the. I think as if it looks like you separated it into three.
Yes. You first separate the first one with your left hand. Then you now
Yes.
use your right hand, the index finger, to put your hand in
Put it
between
before-
them. Yes.
Yeah, before you now hold it with your left hand to
Yes.
start separating it.
Exactly.
So it's not that difficult, but when if you are looking at it, it looks as if it's so difficult.
Yeah.
But if you try it, just watch her when she's doing it from the root. That was how I get it, and I was able to braid my hair like 2 times now. It's not that my baby is still too small. She just turned 1, so it's hard for me to braid her hair. But I use my own hair.
Yes.
And my mind to do the practice.
Yeah. But then if you really want to do her hair too, you can still use the rubber band method, but don't make it too tight.
Yes, that's what I will
use
try
the rubber band
to
method for her. Don't make it too tight. Just insert the hair in between.
Yeah.
Use the rubber band to close it, then you twist the hair immediately. If you want to do it, really want to do it. Yes. So that rubber band method is really good for the kids that, in fact, because when you're holding their natural and traditional hair, trying to separate it, they might be feeling pain. But then if you just secure the hair with rubber band, you start braiding the hair. They won't even feel as if they are doing hair for them. So if you want to do it at this stage, if you really want to do it, go ahead and use the rubber band method for her. Then when you're taking it off, gradually take the rubber band. Don't pull her hair with the rubber band, please.
She doesn't have a good hair. She has scanty.
And so no worries about that. It will grow. It will grow gradually. When you do it, it will grow. So in this country, they don't even want you to shave their hair. My children, when I tell them that if you do this, if you mention that you want to cut, they will just, as if it's a big offense for them. But when we were growing up before, if you like, I don't want to do my hair again, you just go ahead. But then here in this country, they don't want it at all. So you don't even bother. But if you find out that the hair is not growing well, gradually use scissors to be trimming it even. That's how you're going to do it. Because she's still a baby. If you don't want to shave her hair because she's a girl, you see the way other scanty ones, when those small ones are growing, gradually use scissors to cut the longer ones. They will get equal very soon.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Go ahead.
I think that natural method is the best for me. That is what I used to do my hair if I want to braid my hair. And when people see, they don't believe that I'm the one that did it to myself.
Exactly. I told you, if you see what I told you to start taking clients now, because you can do your hair, you can do it. You did it on a mannequin, you send it to me, and I saw it. I said, no, by this time, start taking clients in. You have to make money. Even if you're doing maternity now, you have to start making money already. So now, thank you so much, Ifabuchi. Let's give this chest to her. Right. So now the next person is Abike Gold. Abike Gold is somebody that now I think she's doing her daughter's hair now. Abike Gold, go ahead and speak to us. Abike Gold.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, how are you? Oh, she's now. Let me bring her. She's practicing. She always practice. Let's bring her up. Let's tap on you and expand your.
I hope you will see because light is not on here. Okay, this is it.
You see that you are improving now, Abike Gold. There's no light there. I wish there's light. Let these people see it very well.
Yes.
Can everybody see her? You see the hair she's doing. She always use her mannequin to practice. Very, very. Abike Gold, now you start doing your daughter's hair now, because this stage now you've gone to the past whereby you start showing us.
No, I've been making their hair. I use their hair to practice. I learned a lot from this class. Simple way of doing it neatly and correctly. I used Brazilian wool. Somebody was trying to argue with you on that day that Brazilian wool is not the best or something like that. I always use Brazilian wool or yeye wool to make their hair.
Exactly.
So this is green Brazilian wool. Maybe I should put on the light so that you see.
Put on the light so that other people will see it. It will help them as well too. Put the lights on. Thank you so much. Yes.
Let me go. This little girl is disturbing. Can you allow me, please? I have a little one here.
Yeah, that's what. No problem for that. Thank you. Well done, every mom. Yes.
So this is it. Where is it? This is it.
You see, can everybody see it?
So this color like
this is like that lemon color that we're using. It's not green, I think.
No,
like
this one is still green.
It's green, still green. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's so
because
nice.
I have them in different colors. I have it. This is yeye wool. For people that wants to know the difference, this is yeye.
Yeah.
So I use yeye if I want to do like fox locks for them.
Okay. Yes.
We call it kiko in.
I know. Yes,
Africa
in Africa. Yeah.
So I use yeye wool, but I discovered that this yeye wool, when I use it, is really tight on them.
Okay.
They complain about their scalp, but since I've started using this
Brazilian wool,
it's a game changer. So I use it for both braids, fox locks, or anything for them.
You see, that day I was teaching different types of hair. The lady was like,
yeah, this is another color.
That's a purple one. Colors. That's really nice.
Yeah, this is purple. Yeah.
I have the wine.
I have the wine. This is the wine.
The wine too is nice.
This is the wine.
Yeah. That's so beautiful. So now I told you that this Brazilian wool they brought out now is in between extensions and wool. And it's so fine. Yes. They were writing on the comment section that you don't know what you're saying. I said, this one, did she just come in here to argue, or she wants to teach us? Because sometimes if you don't do things, if you don't practicalize it, if you don't use it, you cannot talk about it. Now, Abike God is here now. She have all the colors. She's showing us that Brazilian wool is better than the other wool we were using before. But the other girl was there arguing. I said, please, if you know you're here, it's not game. We're not playing game here today. We're doing our practical learnings. So you see the hair she just did. You're really improving. This hair is looking nice.
Yeah, this is what I did today.
And you know what you know what you still do now? You do another one next time with expression.
Okay.
Don't just stick on only Brazilian wood. Try extension, because if you're used to this Brazilian wood now, extension might be slippery for you as a beginner. So start balancing both of them together. Please, where did you get the extension from? Oh, the Brazilian wool. You can always get Brazilian wool now. You can always get from the head.
Brazilian wool. It's not extension.
No, it's Brazilian wool. Somebody is asking on the comment section, where did you get it from? Just go to any hair shop. The way you buy your extension, tell them Brazilian wool.
I sell them too.
They will sell
them too, but to people in my location.
Exactly. They will just give you the Brazilian wool.
In my location.
Yeah. So try the next hair you're going to show now. Please try extension. Go ahead and try extension so that you can balance both of them together in case you start taking clients. Because very soon, the way I'm seeing you now, you start taking clients. I will tell you when you start going on to give your clients taking clients to charge them for it. So let me see how the extension is going to look when you're braiding. Then we'll give you go ahead.
Tomorrow I'll use extension. I will loosen this one and use extension.
Exactly.
Tomorrow. I have extension there, so I will use it.
Yeah, so that you can balance both of them. Now you started using Brazilian wool and use it on your kids' hair. You're used to Brazilian wool. Try extension, because when you're doing hair for people, they will come with different extension. Some of them say will be slippery, like the hair I did yesterday. You know, this coily hair, very very slippery. If you don't know how to do hair, it's going to be pulling from the roots. So so you need to try different extension to get masters to them. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mama.
And God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mama.
This chest goes to you. So let's go ahead. The next person, it will be is it Ritek? Arutek. I'm only seeing Arutek. Sorry about that if I didn't get the name, but go ahead and speak to us. Let me shrink Abike Good and bring my own very open. Expand.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, how are you, Ma?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
First of all, I would say I've got so much value from this class. My first class with you today.
Oh, thank you.
It's been so lovely. I've learned a lot. I've learned how to use the rubber band. I've learned how to use the crochet.
Yeah.
I've learned how to use the natural hair as the third
strand.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, and then I've learned how to tie around the way you put the smaller strand on the left, and then you use it to tie around and then split. I've got a lot of value from this class. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think I enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I can't wait. I've got 2 daughters. I've always struggled. That's why you see me asking questions, because each time I spend a lot of time, trying to struggle this, and then they feel so much pain, and then it's not tight at the end of the day. So that's why you see me popping up those questions, because 2 daughters is not joke, and then they are 5, 6, so their hair grown so long, and then I'm just trying to struggle. Any day I'm doing their hair, it's going to take like a whole day, and then sometimes I'll have spill over the next day and all that. So, and it doesn't come out neatly like the way it needs now you've done it, but I believe applying these techniques I've learned today is going to make a very big change.
Yes.
There, So thank you very much you're doing amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So the more if you don't have mannequin yet, still get your mannequin. Do you know the reason why? Because when you put up the braid on your children's hair, you're not going to be taking it off every time, right? You still need something to practice. You have one?
No, I haven't got
you have to get one. Even if it's your Christmas gift. Now, if somebody asks you, what are you going to buy for me for Christmas? Get one of the training hair, because you need it to keep practicing, helping you for your speed. When your kids have their braid on their hair and you see any style, you're going to manipulate that style on the training hair before you now move it to your children's hair. So for now, for instance, you just put up braid on their hair, you'll be waiting for them for another time it's not going to help you for your speed. So when you get one of these, even your daughters will learn with the training hair. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
When you get it, when you're like, I have mine at home now, my kids, almost all of them know how to braid, because when you see mannequin hair is everywhere. Sometimes when they're just bored, they'll just go and twisting. The boys, they know how to twist. The girls, almost.
Oh, that's lovely. My daughters, they want to learn, they want to explore, they want to learn how to. The Oyibo friend we have, they want to make her hair, because I'm on low cut at the moment. So they try to use Oyibo friend.
So that is the reason why I say, when you get a mannequin like this, just one will help the whole house. Where can one buy a mannequin? Go ahead and this my account here. It's just that this one, you just go ahead and pin it down. You see Grace or GraceLawendhair, type it. You just go into the store there. You can get everything you need. Everything you need is there. Look at it. I'm screening on both and I pinned it. For those ones that are joining me on this account, most of them will know that they can just get it straight from there. So I'm trying to look for a way whereby I can be pinning this product right while we're doing our hair on this account. Can you put the details forward? Ifabuchi, can you help me type Grace store, CHIGRESS, then you write store. Type it on the search button on the TikTok. Then when it's open, you go into the store, you get everything you require to use the crochet pin, everything that you need is there for you to get it. Help me type it on this, then I can pin it down.
Okay, what? Sorry.
CHI
what?
And GRESS. GRESS. Then you write store.
Okay.
So that if you want your mannequin and they are real human hair, they are really good. So for those of us screaming from this account, you can just go straight ahead. I've pinned it down. It's just the pins down. So, yes, let me see if I can even invite myself to that place. Let's see. Grace. No, I don't. Let me request. That was what I did the last time. Everything just crashed. I need to know how to join these things together. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah. So go ahead. Click. Let me pin it down. Let me pin this one. Where is it? Oh, where is the pin? Come on. GA settings. Comment settings. Allow comments, filter. It's supposed to be pinned down. It didn't even give me that this thing to pin it down. Oh, okay. Anyway, it's just Grace store. Yes, that is it. Keep typing it for me. Just keep typing it. Let people see
All
it.
Right.
Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's move to the next one. Let's give cheers to Arutech, because it's just showing Arutech. Let's just assume it for now. I'm so sorry about that because I didn't see the full name. This one goes to you for your contribution and everything. So the next person is Nikemi, I saw you today with your questions. Go ahead. So if you want to get your training hair, mannequin, they have different types. Go up to that store, Chigre store, type in on TikTok search button is going to take you straight into the store. You get all your stuff, your mannequin head, your if you want a rack, the rack is there. If you want your stand, everything is there. Go ahead and get all your stuff for trainings. So that when you come to the class, even if you know how to braid on your kids' hair, there's a lot of styles that you have to do. And if you know you want to learn further, you need your training hair. Go ahead and get it now because it's going to help. So now let's go ahead. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and talk to Nikemi. Nikemi, go ahead, please.
Hello, ma.
Hello, ma. Good afternoon.
I actually came late to the class, and it was my second time seeing your page.
Okay.
So, the first time I saw your video, I watched it and I went ahead to get my mannequin.
Hey, Nikemi, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Somebody's at the door, maybe in the post or something. Who is that? Oh, we are busy now. Sorry about that. Next time. Okay, thank you. It's all these random people knocking at the door. Go ahead, Nikemi, please. Thank you so much.
So, what I'm saying is, it was my second time today with your class. So
yes.
The first time I saw your video, it was really interesting. So, because I really interested in making hair braiding and all those stuff. So I went ahead and got a mannequin. So I've got the practicing one. But to be sincere, I haven't practiced all like that. So I came late this afternoon. I just saw, that's why I tap repeat.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I thought you are going to repeat everything. But when you repeat just one, I said, okay, it's fine.
And no worries, we keep coming to the class. The more you come to the class, the better you become. If you really want to go into it, yes, yes. So tomorrow, if you find me coming out earlier, 11 o'clock, that means I'm going to be happy. But because I have an appointment by 12 with the kids tomorrow, I need to take them for appointment. So, but then Wednesday is going to be full class. If I come out tomorrow, we are going to do just a few minutes, like 1 hour. We'll rush out. And then I'll take the kids, go and grab them from the school for appointment.
Yeah, maybe that tomorrow I won't be available to join.
Okay, that's fine. Wednesday is full class from 12 p.m. We start our class. So all this is get your mannequin ready, your extensions, everything ready. So the more we do, you see that Abike Gold is doing her own practice and is showing us, yes. But then if you know you cannot do it during the class time, then you can do it later at your convenience. The videos are there. If you're confused, say, how did she do this survival method? When you go on my page, I have all the videos, full videos, about 3 to 4 minutes of every hair that we did here, the methods.
That's good.
Yeah, so if you go there, you see all the titles there. Go ahead and search it. When you go ahead and you're doing it, you're doing the practice at your convenience. Thank you so much, Nick. I would say God bless you for that. Then you have all those things in full. If you're watching the rubber band method with the crochet pin, you're going to see the title there. Go ahead and watch it, do the practice. So that is how you're going to get. But because most of people are liking, how can I get your page and how the videos? So when you click on this, my picture that you're seeing, written GraceLawendhair tutorial, it will take you straight to my page. You see all the videos there. Most of the videos, we did them live here. I'll just send them in. The 1 minute one, most of them are practically do the video about 3 to 4 minutes to show you the full process of how you can do that hairstyle. So that when you're at home and you're practicing, you find it very difficult, you go ahead and do that.
All right. Thank you so much, ma.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yes. So thank you, everyone. Let's give this chest to her. Thank you so much. I know that a lot of people are there watching me. I've tried to send them requests on this other one. Nobody is speaking up here, but I know everybody's hearing my voice. If you're watching me and you're into the class, or you're watching me from the For You page, you're not bold enough to come into the class, go ahead and come into the class. Most people are in the For You page. They've already passed. They've already got their certificates by themselves. So, but then if you're both, just come one day and tell us that this is what I've been learning and this class has been helping you. This is what you have achieved. It will go a long way to help other people and encourage them. So I want to use this medium to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining the class. Yes, normally the classes are 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time. So, but then if you're interested in going into the other things apart from those braids, you let me know. Put your number on my bio, on the message there. Then I'm going to put you in the class. Then we'll go from there. I'll tell you what it takes and the level you are. You're going to continue from there. Yes, because now if you have the skill, this is the best thing I can do by coming here to take you on this one. You can go straight ahead if you know how to do it and start earning money. You know how much it costs to do braids. Yes, it depends on they are categorized. Most people, if they tell you how much they charge to do braids, you'll be surprised. Some at your own corner, you know the kind of people that you're dealing with. You just go ahead and charge them accordingly. But then there's still money in it. So now I will say thank you to everyone and God bless you all. Then we'll see on our next classes. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to gradually bring us down because I don't want us to lose our points. Normally, I'm supposed to be bringing us up earlier. You know, we are going to split this class into two ways. This Grace account, which is Grace Lawend, we are going to be using that as theory class where we'll discuss. I'll bring everybody in the bus. We'll talk about hair, talk about this, and then when we're coming into practical, we'll move into this. So I'm going to give you updates of everything that is going on. So let's now go ahead. I will start bringing it because the more we stay on the bus, it's going to help us. Yeah. They will know that because normally we'll discuss from there. When you're on TikTok, we should know the reason why you're here, apart from us learning hair. So we're going to discuss all this discussion in this other class, whereby we'll have to build up our accounts, do a lot of things. We'll know the reason why we are here, how to do a lot of things. So accompanying to when we're doing our practical, we come to the Grace Lawend and start doing our practicals. Yes. Do you understand? So now we're going to call this class because now it's almost 15 minutes time. Now I'm going to grab these kids then from school. I know we mothers, we have a lot to do, but we try our best. During the process of learning how to do this, it's going to help you. When you have younger kids, by doing this, you won't even know. You'll start having little money that you'll be having, buying them breads, doing this. Before you know it, they'll be growing up gradually. You'll be free to do your full-time job. So skills are very, very important. We're not going to talk about it here. I'm going to bring all those topics right into where we are going to stay in other class to discuss about the theoretical part of it, and then we'll bring our practicals into this Grace Lawend so that we can be able to understand. We'll gain a lot in that class as well. So now, thank you so much and God bless you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Let me gradually bring us down. If we have had enough time now, it will help us to like show face that we are live already on our pages.
Sorry, I wanted to ask, are we doing the same thing tomorrow and the next, or is it a different one?
No, it's always the same thing because most people, you need to get mastered to it. The more you watch it all the time, it's going to help you. That is the reason why I'm saying that if you want to get advanced into the class, maybe by knowing how to do cornrow fully, there's a class for those ones, but they are paid classes. They are not like these free classes. But the main important free classes I'm doing is what we are doing now. Because if you can know how to do this confidently yourself, when you see us do braids, do Ghana weave, you're not going to find it very, very difficult to do all those classes. Even if you're coming into the advanced classes or the middle intermediate classes, I want you to learn this free one first because I don't want to start from the scratch and start teaching you all this one in that class. Do you understand? So it's something that when you come here, you learn this one first, you need it. Then you go ahead gradually. When it gets into your hand, your brace and it, you'll not find it very difficult to do other things. Yes. So when we come tomorrow, we're going to do the same thing. If I'm here tomorrow, fine. But if not, Wednesday, because normally our class is 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time. But I have a very, very important appointment with the kids tomorrow, which I have to take them. If I can come early by 11, I'll come. But if not, Wednesday, our normal class. Just get ready. Is there any other person that want to speak? Or I see somebody coming. Oh, I have 3 people. Let me see that want me to accept them. Let's see if they can come up. They have something to say. Sorry about that. Let's be quick. Let's accept it. Accept. If you just have something to tell us, go ahead. Let's bring us up. On this, our other classes, we'll have time to be doing all this. I'll tell you the days and the days, then we can be able to discuss. Then we'll come to this one and do our practical. Go ahead, Destan, speak to us, please. the network. Destin, do you have anything for us? Okay, she don't have anything to say. The other one, the network is not good, so no problems. Let's just call it a day for today. Okay, Destin. Then Rodish. Two people. The network is bad, so don't worry. Let's go ahead and then call the class today. I want us to be staying on this platform a lot, but I cannot put us all when we're doing trainings like this. We are not going to be seeing it. That is why I do it at the end of the lessons. See, because when the camera and place is open enough, we'll be able to see the practicals I'm showing. But then if I bring us up like this, it's not going to make it too visible for us to see. So, Destin, do you have anything to tell us, please? No. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to gradually bring us down so that we'll not lose the points that we just got. All these things I'll get to explain everything to us by the time we're doing our other classes. And Abike Gold. I click on this one. I disconnect it. End it. Then thank you everyone. I will I disconnect it. End it. Then Nikemi. I disconnect this. End it. And there's some, since your network is not stable, then we're going to speak to us next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining, and God bless you all. I'll meet you either tomorrow or our next class on Wednesdays, because the classes are Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK time. God bless you all. For those that have supported the live and everything, God bless you. And see you all tomorrow. Thank you and bye. In the live. Oh, thank you so much on this account. If you're here on the Chigrace account, please go ahead and get your training head. It's been pinned down. Look at it, it's pinned down. Let me just go ahead and conclude for YouTube. This is Facebook. Facebook, thank you so much and God bless you all. I know most people will be coming across my video later. When you're watching, if you have any question, go ahead and ask me the question. Put it on the comment section. I'm going to answer the questions. Thank you so much for joining and God bless you. Bye. Thank you so much on YouTube. Thank you and God bless you. You are a beautiful, cute pie, Madam G. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for everyone watching. I know a lot of people have watched this live section of training, but then subscribe to my channel, please. Share the videos, like the videos. You don't know who you're going to help with this. Thank you so much and God bless you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye. Yes, on this account.